What we've got here is failure to communicate. Some men you just can't reach.
Things look bad. It looks like you're not gonna make it. And you gotta get mean. I mean plumb mad dog mean. Because if you lose your head and you give up, then you neither live nor win. That's just the way it is.
Trouble with Scotland is that it's full of Scots.
Your assignment tonight is strategic. You can't give the enemy a break. Send them to hell.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else. Hasta la vista, baby.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to VP4TV. We're back for the start of Friday Night 9 Ball. Excuse me. But we're here for the final of the 2023/2024 Virtual 10 Ball World Championships. between Albinario going for yet another title and Spectredawn going for his first. Welcome to Bill, and welcome to anybody else that's watching. We are only on YouTube tonight, so if anybody's having problems getting the stream, that is the reason. So anybody asks, point them towards YouTube. YouTube only. I don't know how many's in Friday Night 9 Ball, but I noticed Champion LS3 have just signed up. Let's have a quick look. Hopefully I'm coming through loud and clear. Let's see what we got. We've got 5 open seats. Needless to say, Spectredawn won't be in it tonight. Larry's in. Bankster, Chase, one around. Chimpy, Eloquenti, Jez Dev, Larry LS3, One Pocket Slim, Pi, Stefan, and Tam. Trying to get some more 9 ball practice. There's probably about 2.5 to 3 minutes left for those guys to get in. Interesting thing about the 10 ball World Championships, there has been 5 hill matches, and I don't know whether this is a bad sign or a good sign for Albinario. It could be a sign, well, you could take it both ways. Out of those 5 hill matches, Albinario has been involved in 3 of them. I think the hot seat match with Spectredawn, and we saw how he lost that 17-16, not playing to get on the 6 ball, and he lived to regret that because Spectredawn sent him over to the 1-loss side from there. And then if you look also on the 1-loss side, Albinario's last 2 matches in the 1-loss side were both hill victories. So he found a way to get over the line, but my question is Albinario running out of time here? His break has not been great throughout the tournament, yet he still found a way to win. And is Spectredawn going to finally get to that peak? He's going to have to take Albinario out a second time. Is Spectredawn up for it? Is he going to hold his nerve? Is he going to be good enough? Is he going to choke? Or is he going to blow Albinario away? We don't know. There's a lot of questions to be answered tonight. Mainly probably from Spectredawn, because everybody knows how good he is. There are deficiencies, we've seen what they are, but he's done all the hard work to get to the final. The question is, can he do it one more time? Welcome everybody, welcome to Slim, Semi-Pro, and anybody else I might have missed. So probably the brackets are just about to go up. For this, we'll see what the bracket is, and we'll just dive in and watch the start of something. Steve will be here, he says, so no doubt he'll be dropping in just prior to the match starting. So I've got Discord open. We'll have a tab out and I'll look for him. Welcome to Chimpy. So already we've got predictions. Semi-Pro going for Albi 21-17. I thought everybody would be going for Spectredawn, just the hell of seeing him winning it. To stop Albinario winning another one. I'm sure if Cobra drops in, Cobra will be hoping Spectredawn will win it. Right, so the rooms are up. We've got One Pocket Slim against Tam. We've got Stefan against the LS3 and Bankster and Larry. That's another dangerous match for Larry. First round. Let's have a look. So there's obviously been a number of buys. So we have that. Stefan LS3, Eloquenti with a buy, Chimpy with a buy, Bankster Larry, Jezdev with a buy, Slim and Tam, Chase one around against Pi. Those 2 players have already got a buy to round 2, so they'll be getting underway. So I think we'll go in and see how LS3's getting back into Virtual Pool 4. She's had a few weeks off. She's been back, and we'll see if she can deal with Stefan. Let's get in. Welcome to Mark. In fact, we're in, there's nobody in. Well, we won't be getting bothered by Stubb in the stream because I banned him. I banned him earlier on. And then I'm just hoping he comes into the room and gets fined. That's what I'm looking forward to. Right, LS3 is in. Stefan is in. Race to 7. And Stefan is getting the 7 ball. We've got Stefan on the right-hand side. Well, in actual fact, I've not seen Spectredawn all day. Now, I've been pretty much online in VP4 all day. Okay, I've not been here all the time, but whenever I have been here, he's not been in the lobby. He's been nowhere to be seen. No practice whatsoever as far as I've seen today, and I've been home for a good number of hours since what? When did I finish? 9:45. And then I got breakfast when I got home. So Stefan is off and running. One ball went to break. Now he's got to go the 2 rails and hope he doesn't bump into the 8. Come over. Oh. Now, has that bump in the 6 actually done him a favour there? I think it has. Oh no, maybe not. And is that going to spin far enough? No, it hasn't. I thought he'd have been better trying to get across the table twice, but the 8 ball could have got in the way. And the 6 ball didn't bump far enough off the rail. 21-14 to Albi. So all the Spectredawn backers aren't around. Oh, Chimpy's going for Spectredawn. 21-18. Well, we'll see if LS3 can find her feet. Of course, like anything, when you don't play virtual pool for a little while, you have to get back into the swing of it and the touch. I think this might be a bit straight in this 6 ball, is it? No, there's a nice little angle there. You can stun onto the long rail if you want. Well, you could have stunned onto the long rail and come up the table a bit further. Loads of room to get a lot closer to that 7 ball. And that's going to go below the 8. In fact, it's going to scratch. Yeah, commentators I said she should have been a lot more positive and stunned onto the rail and get up for that ball rather than chickening out the Albinario way like he did in that hot seat match with Spectredawn. So it ends up being a gift for Stefan, who's probably went to the kettle on because he thought the rack was over. Again, when you look, if Steve was here, you know, if that was real life 9 ball, there's no way a real life 9 ball pro would have played that shot like that. He would have stunned it to the rail and spun it further down the table towards the ball and made it a lot easier than just running through and leaving a 7-foot cut. Well, Stefan has... what happened here? Did he come up dry? Ah, he must have come up dry. I think there's a nice little gap there for that just to squeeze in. Yeah, that'll just squeeze in. Although I haven't a clue what LS3 is looking at here. Now, I think you've got to, you can cut this in and just drop down behind the 5, or you can try and run around 3 rails. 1, well, I can't, again, you know, that's, okay, it's a big pocket, and the 6 ball will go in, but the 5 ball could end up stuck in a rail somewhere. That'll do it. Now, what's the 9 ball looking like? It is ugly. That's how it's looking. It is really ugly. In fact, when you're sitting like this in the 8 ball, it's pretty ugly. Got to get tight to the rail. That's not bad. The only problem is, can you get out of there and not scratch? Well, I mean, it goes in the middle if you're right on top of it. Yeah, that was always going to happen. Commentator's eye again. So, not a good start for LS3's come back to 9 ball. 2 big boo-boos and 2 gifts for Stefan. I think LS3 was hoping that that cue ball was going to hit the point, but it was the 9 balls was too close to the pocket. There's that pattern straight away again. Oh dear. Anybody who's got shooter's pool, take my advice, go and set up a 9 ball room and break the balls and see how often you see that pattern. You'll never see it. You will sit there all day till you're blue in the face and you will never see that pattern in shooter's pool. The balls in shooter's pool break a lot better. They break a lot more realistically than what's happening here. Final starts at past the hour. But this is getting so annoying when I see this all the time. And it's amazing that he won't do something radical to fix this. Well, that 5 ball probably doesn't go. I'm guessing it won't go. It'll only go into the side. Well, it does go this time. There's a surprise. Commentator's eye didn't go down and have a look at it this time. Yeah, you can play cowboy there. You can play cowboy snooker as well, VP Monster / Ted. Do you like your pick now that you can see it in close up? I'll let you have a look at it. There you go. There's your VP Monster pick with the chimp on his shoulder. Not a chip in his shoulder, a chimp in his shoulder. And a 9 ball rack stuck embedded in his forehead. Right, so LS3's off the mark. I think that's dry though. So, what's the angle like in the 1? Because yeah, you can punch it off the rail and get across. Well, he didn't. He didn't spin it with a bit of. You needed a wee bit of left English in that to get across for the 2. You needed to go over to here rather than just coming straight across to here. Again, this is making it a lot more difficult. Well, I'd be ducking here if I was Stefan. Oh, he's getting lucky as well. He's getting lucky. Well, if you get luck like that, you might go for the slash cut in the 4 as well. Yeah, And now this is bouncing nice, this is good pace. Only problem is I think the 9 ball's in the way. Well, this is, I'm juicing this up forward. I think the 9 ball's in the way. He always avoided it. He's avoided it, so he's now good to go. So 3-1. Now, of course, the question we ask of Stefan is, can he hold it together? Got himself in a good position at the moment. Welcome to his ad. Oh, here's a crazy 1-9 combo coming up from LS3. Give it a good smack. If that was me, that's what I'd be doing. I'd be just giving it a blast. I wouldn't be doing that and setting up an easy 1 ball for, well, maybe not easy, well, it is now. Yeah, I'd have had a smack at that down the rail. The Albinario was in earlier on. He was getting some practice in. Let's have a quick look. No sign of Albinario. No doubt when he does come back, he's just going to he might be here like a minute before it starts. Spectredawn is there. He's getting some practice, I think. Well, I hope Matt gets his night right tomorrow night, because Matt's in Last Chance Saloon. He says he'll be here tomorrow. Oh, is Albi in away mode? All right. Well, I never even noticed. Never scrolled that far down. See, there was another 147 in the Champions League. I can't remember the boy's name, but it was a good 147 break. That's his highest tournament break he made. I know the other boy, it was Elliot Slesser he was playing, but I can't remember who it was. I watched it earlier on this afternoon. So, yeah, that's the 200th professional 147 in tournament play. Another little fact there is that 10 years ago, Mark Selby made the 100th 147. Another little fact that you need to know. So it took 10 years for them to get another 100 147s. That just shows you how the game's moved on. Well, I think you can squeeze. Oh no, maybe not. Got to go up and down. That's too close to the long rail. And that'll do it. That looks perfect. Oh, just, but she's finished on top of the 8. Well, that might work anyway. Yeah, I think that's fine. How tight's the 9 though? It's off the rail, I think. Just. Still tricky though. Yeah, he pulled out his league matches as well now, didn't he? I heard that earlier on in the week. He's quit that or whatever. Right, we're about 12 minutes away from the final. Now, this needs to be stunned up the table, but I think she's too close to the rail. She could have jacked up, but does it go past the 9 anyway? Oh, it does. You got a bus through there. I thought it only went into the one pocket. This either is going forward or a dink round the corner. Yeah, she's just overhitting it a wee bit. A wee bit too much porridge this morning. But that, again, as I say, if you don't play for a while, then you lose that pace or that touch. Well, we're not going to see the end of this. But we're all square, 3 racks apiece. You notice how the rack doesn't tilt anymore. Now, he obviously changed that because it used to be you could see the rack was well tilted left or right. It doesn't do that anymore, but that cue ball's going to go. I was sitting poised for a couple of minutes there, waiting on something like that happening.
Where's the cue ball going?
And I was too late. I was too late to get it. Well, Stefan, we'll give him the 2 ball, we'll give him the 3 ball, and we'll give him the 4. But the problem with that is he needs to get out of there from that 4 ball, and that's a lot easier said than done. Because it depends what angle he has and how much of this 8 ball he'll take. He can get away with not even touching the 8 ball here. That's well played. Needs a little angle. Now this is just a little dink forward to go around the corner for the 6 on the side. So we'll give him this rack. Simple roll in the side, and then a straightforward 7 ball. Well, he doesn't want to go there though. He doesn't want to be there. No, it's not quite so simple. But he has the lead. Right, so that would have been, what, the 9 ball that went in there. Well, LS3 going to have to kick. And a fluke. And look at the little pyramid of balls in the middle of the table. And that was a wise shot. I was saying the other day in the lobby, I don't know whether you guys have had a look on YouTube, but Stephen Lee, it's the first time I've seen him playing since he got banned. And the best way to describe him now is he looks like a very bad John Candy. That's how big he is now. Wearing a baggy t-shirt and baggy pants. You know, the type of clothes that fat people wear, where they can't get something that's comfortable to wear, so they wear a t-shirt like 3 sizes too big for them, and likewise with the pants as well. Like he had that on, and I don't know where the hell this tournament's getting played. It could be in the Far East. I have no clue because there's no information on the channel. But he was playing some guy the other day. I don't know whether he's still in the tournament. To be honest with you, he probably should be, because the guy he was playing was absolute garbage, and he wasn't much better. To be honest with you, he was really, really poor. So I don't know whether there's prize money for this tour. I presume there is, or else he wouldn't be playing in it. But where it's been held, I haven't a foggiest idea. He is huge. Yeah. I mean, he's got to be what? He's got to be 50 something now. Stephen Lee. So that getting caught really cost him his career. Just think of the money he could be making now. I mean, okay, I think he was a top 8 player at one time. One of the best, or had one of the best Q actions in the game, but never really fulfilled his potential. But even so, if he was still a legal proper pro and he didn't get into the bother that he got into, he could still have been making good money with all the tournaments that there is now. He's ruined his career. But that's what they do when they want to do a bit of cheating, a bit of pokeling. There's a Scottish word, pokeling. That cue ball's gone. Right, we're 5 minutes away. And we're going to be all square here. Well, this will be the final round. He is 50. I thought he'd be about 50. Yeah. I mean, even if he was just playing in these, if he was getting through the first round in these tournaments where it's best of 4 for the first few matches, once he wins his first match, he's into the money. You know, he could have been making better money than he was making at the time he was a pro. With the vast majority of tourneys that are available now, the Champions League thing going on as well. You know, I bet he's kicking himself with all that. Carry on. There you go. Same with those Chinese boys that did a bit of fiddling as well. Oh, aye, it is a small time tournament. I wish I knew what it was about. The guy that does the channel doesn't give you any bloody information whatsoever. Doesn't tell you anything about it, where it is. You know, but the guy I watched him playing yesterday, I mean, he was just, I mean, really, I mean, guys down the club, that's what he was. He was just a guy down the club. But I have to say that Stephen Lee was not much better. Well, Stefan with this cut in the 7 ball, will get himself back in the lead, and we'll bail out on this one. So good luck to both of them. We'll have a quick look at the bracket and see how things are going. Well, Larry, sorry, not Larry, LS3 then is tied up. We've got Eloquenti waiting the winner of that, Chimpy waiting the winner of Bankster and Larry. Oh, this time Larry's got the hoodoo on Bankster. He's 6-0 up. You've got Slim 6-4 up against Tam. Tam getting the 5 ball. And Chase one around in Pie. Pie's 4-3 up. So I'll just tab out. See if we can find Discord.
It's the final of the VP4 Virtual 10 Ball World Championships. Albinario is up against Spectredawn in a race to 21 racks. 9ball.com and Super Admin are your commentary team.
Good afternoon, good evening to Steve.
Good evening, Hugh.
Well, here we go. When did this bloody tournament start? It seems it's been on for 6 months. When did it start?
December something.
December the 23rd. So, what is it? January, February. Well, 2 months and more we've been at it. And we're finally here for the final.
We've done a good tournament.
Well, I was mentioning earlier there, Steve, we've had 5 Hill matches. And out of those 5 Hill matches, Albinario's been in 3 of them. The hot seat match with Spectredawn, where he obviously lost in that 6 ball. And his last 2 matches, the one-loss side, were both Hill. Now, I'm saying, has Albinario run out of gas? Has he been, is this a sign of his battling qualities that he's still in there? Or is he finally going to blow a gasket with his break tonight? Good evening to Cobra.
Well, that's an interesting question. I mean, I think that Spectredawn's got to be the sentimental favorite. I think a lot of people want to see him win, but I think Albinario has an advantage in this. He's played in a lot of finals. I think his game's a little more savvy. But I don't think it's any kind of big advantage. I mean, obviously, either player could win. Spectredawn's been playing great. It may come down to who breaks the best.
Well, that doesn't bode well for Albinario. I mean, he's going to go down the centre and slightly offline and keep it the same as what he was doing in the semi-final match, I would think. The room is up.
He definitely has not. He has not played that. He has not broken the balls well, and I assume he's been practicing that. He's no dummy.
Well, Albinario's in. We'll have the lag. Race to 21. Spectredawn has arrived on the right-hand side. So good luck to both. And this is being streamed only on YouTube tonight. So anybody else that's out there saying, why can't I see it on Twitch? Well, that's the reason. Welcome to Eddie.
I was just saying that.
You were just saying what?
Why can't I see it on Twitch?
Yeah, well, that's the reason. I need all the subscribers on YouTube, and anybody that hasn't to subscribe. So Albinario, believe it or not, has got a ball in the break straight off the bat. There we go. Andy's on the one.
Yeah, I think if Albinario breaks above 60%, he's going to win. I think that's kind of the number for him.
Now, he just got to stun in behind this bump to 10 or whatever. I think he's got the angle to do it. I'm pretty certain he has. Yeah, And dare we say it, I mean, he's got to be out. It's a good table. There's not a problem on it. The only problem I could see is, well, the 9 ball even does go past the 10, so especially bear in mind the 8 ball's down the bottom of the table here, so that's going to be the shot. But even so, there's loads of room on the left-hand side once the 5 ball gets out of the way, so really it's going to be a bad mistake if he doesn't get out.
Yeah, you don't figure that, you know, 7, 8, 9 is definitely the hardest part of this, but you have to make a pretty bad mistake getting shape on the 8 ball to get in trouble.
Well, he doesn't want to be straight on this 7 ball. That's a no-no.
Well, he doesn't want to be jacked up over the 9, especially when he better off putting a little English on this, so he decides not to put the English on it, which is a smart play. He's still got a reasonable angle to pull this back. That's kind of a big no-no to try to put English on a ball when you're jacked up over another ball.
It needs to bounce.
You can do it when you're close if you know what you're doing, but when you're that distance, that's not good.
Well, he's got an angle. He could go 2 rails, or 3 rails, I should say. 1, 2, and maybe 3, maybe not. But that's perfect, I think. Yeah, we'll give him that.
So Albinario holds serve, and you know, he's going to put pressure on Spectredawn doing that. Now, I've been told, I believe, before that Albin's not a fast starter, and he just started fast. I don't know if that's good or bad, but that was a break and run out right off the bat.
That's a good point, yeah, because he hasn't, I think he's really started creating many of his matches. Spectredawn's got the 3 ball. Little dinky combo, I would think.
Well, combo, or it does cut by it. His choice. See what he decides to do.
I think he's got to play the combo. That's too tight for comfort.
Yep, and that's what he's doing. He's playing the combination.
Now the 1 ball's going to squirt along the. Got to play this. No,
he tried to play it on the side, and he didn't get it there.
I'm surprised he didn't play that a lot more delicate touch, where it just bounced, you know, towards the short rail at the bottom there. If he played it really delicate, I think he'd have been fine.
Well, this is pretty much a dead bank. Oh, he played it the wrong way. Wow. I could tell as soon as he hit that he missed it. Yeah, that was a ball that you didn't want to cut at all. He cut that to the left a little.
Now, a reminder to those watching that the Honolulu, the first Virtual Pool 4 Honolulu World Championship starts later tonight.
Maybe not.
How? Why?
Well, we don't have enough players yet.
Oh, is there not enough? What was the minimum?
16.
He's in it.
And there's a place Albin's got an advantage. That was one heck of a safety there.
How many did you set it for? 32?
32 max, 16 minimum.
Well, it's either too short. Well, it won't go ahead.
I mean, we really don't want to have world championships with less than 16 people in them.
And, well, I looked at it earlier today and it said it was 8 hours to go, so there can't be that long to go now for it. Is it 9 o'clock or something? Maybe about 90 minutes time?
Yeah, no, it would be like 11 your time.
Oh, that was the thing I wanted to mention to you. There are 3 tournaments that are past their anniversary. I was highlighting the fact that the Virtual 9-Ball World Championship is past its anniversary in January, and the Virtual Snooker World Championship is coming up in April. It's not quite at its anniversary yet, but what was also mentioned is that the Cowboy on the 10-footer World Championship is well past its anniversary. So if this Honolulu goes down the pan, then it really should be Cowboy and 9-ball. There should be the Cowboy and 9-ball World Championships. They're both over a year past their anniversary.
Well, that's maybe we'll be doing one of those, I guess, if this doesn't go.
Now you know what's going to happen. You're going to get people withdrawn from the tournament just to make sure it doesn't go. No, it wasn't. It was the very first one that we did was in the 9-footer, and then the 10-footer was last year. So Albinario has stolen the rack off Spectredawn on his
he got
break.
that with a beautiful safety. I mean, Spectredawn had a pretty easy bank that he hit not very well, and then Albin played a beautiful save.
Good evening to Tam.
It's a long match.
Yeah, it's a long match, but it's a long way back if you don't go onto the board pretty quick. Yes, it is alternate Cowboy.
Breaking, and Albin's got a ball on the break again. Let's see what he's going to do here. I'd imagine he'll play safe. Now, there's a really good safety sliding the 1 cue ball past the 1 into the 7. He's just going to be aggressive and go ahead and bank this, which is, nothing's wrong with that. He's got a really easy safety. So if he's banking this, he should be making this. Oh, he does play the easy safe. Oh, and he plays it terrible.
Yeah.
That was a gimme safe, and he really misjudged that with the speed on that. I think what he was trying to do was run into the 3-ball, and you really didn't want to do that there. You almost wanted to play it like the 3-ball wasn't there.
Right, now you've taken away any doubt, Steve. You've got to give the guys the menu that you're eating at the moment before they start getting curious. What's on the menu? Not popcorn again.
Mexican coffee.
So is that just a coffee with a stick with a sombrero in it?
No.
No.
It's a triple espresso with
jalapenos,
chocolate, sugar, cinnamon, habanero powder, and then you put milk in it, like a cappuccino, foam milk.
And does it come in one of those stupid tiny little cups?
Oh no, I got a giant cup. Are you kidding? A triple espresso with all that milk? It's a big cup.
Mistake from Albinario now. Let's have a look. See.
Now these guys are all of a sudden making mistakes.
Now how tight is that in the pocket? This cue ball could go around the jaws there and not hit that 2-ball, by the way. Seen that happen loads of times. If you try and dink around this and chip that 2, you could easily get around the jaws.
Yeah, he needs to get real deep on that titty there.
That is right in that zone. What's he calling?
He's calling the 2. I'm not sure why he's bothering to call it. I mean, it's sitting right in front of the pocket.
Now, if he plays this too soft, he could follow it in. See, that's always what was going to happen. Yeah. Albinario gets away with it.
What he wanted to do there was masse it and hit it on the left side of the 2. Then it comes off the long rail and out.
Hmm.
So big mistake by Albin, but gets a little lucky there.
Just to keep rolling.
I'm expecting this to be about a 3-hour match.
It won't be that long if Albinario keeps going the way he's going at the moment.
Well, Spectredawn's too good a player to let him just run off. And, Albin's human, he doesn't usually play just super strong. We've seen him do it where he's played unbelievably well, but that's the minority of the time. I mean, most of the time he's a very good player, but not a great player.
Well,
If he gets in
Albinario's
great player mode, then this is going to be an ugly match.
if there's any bad news coming for Albinario is that his break started off and it's worked. That he's got a ball each time. He doesn't want that to desert him in the near future.
Well, the break can be fickle, but I'm sure he's been practicing it, and I'm sure that he's in a better position than he's been in the past. Doesn't guarantee he's going to be making a high percentage, but so far it looks like things are going well for him.
Well, he's not getting to that.
Yeah, he underhit that.
Look at this, it's off the rail. He's just got to watch the cue ball. I don't think he's going to be that daft to scratch.
Yeah, I mean, that coming up short like that happens because you're kind of afraid to hit it, like you're not sure of the line and speed, and you don't want to scratch in the corner pocket.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly how you do that.
That's always a scary proposition with that. So, 3-0, Spectredawn is under a little bit of pressure now. Early on. What he needs is a break and run, that'll settle him.
Well, I believe this is his first final in a world championship, isn't it?
As far as I know, yeah.
So, he's got a good table. This is the critical shot. He needs to not hit the 5 ball. So, you're going to want to hammer this pretty hard and not over English it so that you go between the 7 and the 5. Just like that. That was very well done. He made that shot look easy, but I'll tell you, that's the kind of shot that a lot of players are going to mess up. They'll hit the 5 because when you hit it that hard, you get more spin on it. So, critical he gets on the 5 good. If he does, he should be out because the 6 is, and I think that's good enough.
Well, he's just going to dink this dead weight. And he'll probably just dink this as well. I don't think he needs to do anything elaborate here. Although he does want to get, he ideally wants to just get the right side of this 7. Oh, he's coming up with the side pocket.
Now,
That'll do it.
Do you see that?
That will do it.
That's a sign of somebody that knows how to play. That's exactly how I would have shot that shot.
Yeah.
The reason why is because you're running out on a line that's good for the 7 in the side.
Yeah, because the way
anything
I
else
was
you're
talking,
doing for the 7 in the corner, you risk getting funny on it.
the way I was talking was the ultra cautious way, but it's still important that you get a good line. You know, he was brave enough to play the right shot and get around the angles.
Actually, I'm going to disagree with you on that one, Hugh. I think the cautious way was what he did, because you've got all the room in the world to roll out there. All you got to do is hit it.
My question is, would Albinario have done that? Would Albinario have done what he did, like he did with that 6 ball?
I don't know. Albin may not have done that. Albin may have done a dink. Albin, he likes to play little touchy Philly shots, and I've mentioned this before. That's one of his weaknesses.
Mm-hmm.
If you're playing a rotation game, the way that Spectredawn shot that's how you want to play that ball. It's a very positive shot, and you know that all you have to do is hit it, and you're going to come out good. That
Well,
little touchy-feely thing, you know, you get a little nervous, and all of a sudden it doesn't work.
yeah. So Spectredawn's done what he's set out to do there. Get himself on the board, break and run out. And Albinario, I think. Oh, hang on a minute. Look at that 3-ball. Little brush off the cue ball. In fact, tell a lie, he already had got the 6th ball as well. I never even noticed.
Well, he almost made the cue ball. So he's got a nice angle here to go behind and get on the 2. He hits that very nicely. And that's that touchy-feely I'm talking about with him. He hit it so he could stay high, you know. He wasn't afraid of hooking himself on the 4. He trusts the speed control. Stay high, leave an angle.
Well, this is out as well. I think there might be quite a few breaking runs in this match.
I agree. I mean, the way these guys run out, if they're making balls on the break, they're going to get a lot of breaking runs.
If they're getting a ball and a shot, they're out. For the most part, unless something's locked up and they don't get a breakout or whatever. But I think 9 times out of 10 they're going to run out.
Well, I don't think it's going to be 90%, but I think it's going to be pretty high. Maybe 90% of the easy tables will run out.
Well, he just wants to nip back off this 9. Little dig. That's like a draggy dig, that shot there. Where you're playing as if you're drawing the ball, but you're really, you're just playing for the bump and spin out away from the 10.
Yeah, and I think that shot's hard in VP. I shoot that shot really well in real life, and I'm miserable at it in VP.
Well, that's where you've got to go through. You've got to play it like you're playing a draw, and then you're not playing it with such a pace to get a lot of draw in it. That's why it is just like a drag shot that would play in snooker. With the angle on it, you're obviously going to the rail and then just kicking back away from the 10. So another ball in the break for Spectredawn. Well, this is the first major problem to deal with here. This cutting the 1 ball. But again...
Well, not only is the shot difficult, but it's tricky getting on the 3 ball.
Yeah.
This is, because this is a difficult shot. He might be better off playing safe here.
Well, watch the bump.
Yeah, he's lucky he didn't hook himself. He hits that 9 ball just a quarter inch over, and he's hooked on the 10 or 6. There's a good example of a bad decision.
That's going to leak out. That's poor.
And there's a bad safety. See, what he should have done is played safe on the 1, because he had a much easier safe on the 1.
No, you see, I was, again, I go with the mindset of most of these guys. Most of these guys, they see a ball, they want to pot it. If that was me, I would have overcut that 1 to the long rail and sent it to the bottom short rail and ducked up behind the 6 and 10.
The problem isn't making the ball there. The problem is getting position.
Yeah.
And it was just too difficult to get position. There's a good chance you'd hook yourself. I mean, why shoot that ball? And I think if Spectredawn ends up losing this match, that's going to be one of the reasons why. Because, he's just...
Well, you see, I think...
You can't afford to do that. So now Albin's ended up with ball in hand, and, he's probably going to run this out. If he can get on the 6 ball, he's out.
I think it's a bit of a macho thing, this, Stubbs got that. He's very much got that, where it's, the ball's there to be potted, he's going for it. That, to me, that 1 ball there, not only potting it, but getting good shape on the 3 was a fairly tall order, and to me the safety was a lot easier. But they don't have that mindset. And
I'll tell you what, you watch pros in real life, they're not going to shoot that ball because it's just too tough to get position. And if you want to think about it this way, that early in the rack was a lot better time to play safe than later in the rack.
Of
because
course,
you got a lot of balls for cover, and those same balls for cover are balls that are in the way when you're trying to maneuver the cue ball.
Well,
So
this
it's
is
going to happen. And look at this shot. That's perfect.
yeah. Now the question is, does the 7? Oh, the 7 goes no problem.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh,
does he
no,
want
that
to
was
play
perfect.
does he want to play to bump the 10 or fall short of it because he's running away
Yeah,
from the 8 ball, or does he go up high?
either way, it doesn't matter. I mean,
No, that's fine. That is perfect. He can go forward and spin it and come back across behind the 8 for the same pocket if he wants.
yeah, the whole rack was getting on the 6 ball. If he got on
Yeah.
the 6 ball, he was going to be out.
Well, there's
And he-
there's an object lesson in playing, in Spectredawn, playing a good safety. As it was, Albinario got to the table and actually hooked Spectredawn, and in the end, his shot choices has backfired on him because he's ended up losing the rack anyway. Not initially because he didn't play the safety, but because Albinario got him in trouble, and suddenly it's 5-1.
But so far in this match, what's happened is Albin's been breaking well, which is, we talked about that at the beginning. If he breaks well, chances are he's going to win, because he's going to win the safety and moving game with Spectredawn.
Left English. And
that looks dry.
Dry. And not an easy starter.
No. Talk about times you should play safe. Now, if you are going to shoot this, you should cut it left into the corner, because you can get the cue ball up table there. I would consider cutting this into left into the corner, because you can go between the 10 and 5 and get the cue ball up table, and if you miss it, you may get cover. I would probably shoot this rather than play safe, because there's no really trivial safe here. If there was easy safe, I'd play safe. In this situation, I like cutting this, and I think he's gonna do that. Yep. And it's pretty natural getting a cue ball to go up between the 10 and 5. You might have to put a teeny bit of English on it to miss the 5 ball. Oh, wow, he opened it way up. Well, that's a huge mistake. I mean, I didn't think he was going to hit the 10. I wonder how much English he put on that. He may have hit it on the fat side of the pocket too, but I didn't expect that to happen.
You heard you had a sensational cowboy doubles right? Yes, we did, Slim. It was a money match as well. I don't think we would have won if I hadn't changed my cowboy mouse.
Okay, so there's another instance of not a good decision on that kick shot, because trying to soft kick off the rail like that at that angle and kind of lay the cue ball on the 2, which is must have been what he was doing, was very difficult.
Well, if that was me, I would have gave it a punt and just hope to get distance and get lucky.
He should have called the 10, gone 2 rails into the 2 ball. And the reason why is the cue ball comes back down the table behind the 5, 3, and 6. And if you don't make the 10. Yeah,
well,
and here we go with a potentially, well, I'm not sure what he was doing there.
You set out the bait there. You set out the bait there, Slim, and VP Monster took the bait, hook, line, and sinker.
He was trying to pull the cue ball back and get a shot between the 9 and the 5, and he just didn't pull it back enough.
Well, again, what's he calling it in the corner?
He's going to shoot it, and the cue ball is probably going to hit the 8 ball. I mean, if it doesn't hit the 8 ball, it's probably scratching. Well, he managed to get it around without scratch, but he missed the ball.
He got lucky, though.
He got lucky, and this is the kind of situation where Spectredawn's gonna not be sure what to do. I mean, this is not an obvious safe. You could shoot the combo, which honestly, in this situation, isn't that bad a shot.
I think he is. I think he's looking at overcutting this onto the 8.
Yeah, you do have a safety where you cut the 3 to the end rail and bring the cue ball straight across, and then try to use the 6 and the 8 to cover the 3. It's a tricky little safety, though. If you're confident in the combo, it's not a bad combo to shoot at. The safe's tough.
That was well
And he's
done.
got it.
And he's
Yep.
good. That was good. Pressure shot. Now he's got to deliver. So the other problem he's got is, I mean, I say a problem, I mean, he's obviously going to pot the 7 onto the 10, and the 10 comes back up. I mean, the 6 ball's obviously going to clear the spot as well. I mean, I can't see where the problem is here. Now, the question is he going to play?
You just got to be a little careful with that 7. You need angle on the 7. You don't want to be straight in. You want angle because it's going to want to roll to the end rail. So you want angle to bring the cue ball over.
Here's a dilemma, Steve. Is he going to play the 5 onto the 10? No, he's gone to the 5 on the side. So it's going to be 7-10.
The 7's fine where it is. You just got to leave yourself some cut angle on the 7 because you got to have the cue ball coming across.
Good evening to Tommy. Yeah, well, we were just discussing that earlier on there, Tommy, before you arrived. The Honolulu one won't go ahead because it's still 2 bodies short and it's only got a couple of hours left. But
and that's good. He's left the angle. So you don't need to hit this real hard.
No, this is just rush it in. Hopefully keep the 7 there.
Yeah, well, the cue ball was coming across, so that was the main thing. Is that made a lot easier.
Now, out with the 9 on the side, and then just stop it or whatever, rope the railing out of the 10. So vital rack for Spectredawn, considering it's not on his brake. Well, it should be the 9 ball, Tommy, or Cowboy. In fact, it should be both of them. The 2 of them should be.
Well, if we could get some of you guys watching to go sign up for the Honolulu, it'll go.
So second rack on the board.
We've got one numpty in there that signed up that probably has no idea what's going on.
That means Steve's in it.
And I'll kick him out. I'll kick him out if necessary. But so far I haven't because we might need it.
Well, this is a good table. I mean, the 3 ball goes past the 9. I'm pretty certain of that. Yeah. So, a good break from Spectredawn. 2 and 4 balls gone. He's on the 1. In fact, this is the toughest shot of the rack. Getting out onto the 3 without bumping into something. And he's been through the gap. And that's perfect.
So, it's looking a lot like it's going to be 5-3 here. And this is what Spectredawn needs to do, is just play his game, get rolling, and put some pressure on Albin.
Oh, wrong side of the 7.
Yep, that's one of the extended balls from the side pocket. He's straight enough, he's okay though.
Just running away slightly, but he doesn't want to be nailed to the rail. But how straight is he?
He's
got an angle. Now, this could really go crazy if he comes down too far on the right and ends up hooked behind the 10, but he's well away from that.
Yeah, that wasn't going to happen there.
So get yourself high enough. Now Albinario is only going to have a 2 rack lead. So even though Albinario is still in the lead, he's, you know, everybody's under pressure one way or another. Albinario is under pressure to just keep Spectredawn at arm's length. So he's now moved further to the right this time. He's still got that left English on it slightly. And he's got
here
nothing.
We go. Well, 2 balls. 2 ball?
Nope.
No 2 ball.
Right, so what do you do here? Do you do something stupid and bump into the 8 and 10 and try and improve things that you don't need to improve, or do you just dig it? Because I don't think you can avoid hitting something here. Or can he get through the gap between the 3 and 8?
He can, and he can run into the 7. I mean, where the 2 ball is, you can take a little bit of a chance with the cue ball here because of the 2 ball sitting right in front of the pocket. He's not gonna take the chance. Oh, he is gonna. Okay. Well, that didn't work out very good for him.
Oh, I think it's gone wrong.
Well, the big problem is he didn't move the 7. I thought he drew the ball. I thought he'd go in between the balls without draw and hit the 7 because the 7 was the ball he needed to get out of the way. Now he's funny. He's got to masse this a little. He's got no way to get on the 3. I mean, he's kind of screwed here. I mean,
I think it was a wee bit more of a touchy shot just to go through that gap.
I think his best chance is actually to kick it. Kick to the rail in between the 3 and the 7. Yeah, that was an interesting play. I don't like this kind of do nothing safe like this because the problem is with a cue ball so close to the 2, it's very easy to play safe.
Got to get that wafer thin to get out of there, but I think he can.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't like this shot.
Could be trouble.
It's scary.
But I don't think Albinario can hit this hard enough to get the 2 over towards the 8 and 9, and I don't think he can.
He can slide the cue ball past this and use the 9 ball or 8 ball. He's going to go thin. I mean, I think the shot's there. I just don't like it. It's too easy to hit the tit.
Yeah, well,
he didn't even get to the tit. He hit it so thick he scratched right off.
He hit it far too thick. Yeah. No wonder he's laughing.
Well, the thing is, even if he didn't hit it that thick, chances were he was going to hit the far titty.
Yeah. No, the obvious shot there played. Well, that's one.
This is a good chance to get a 3 foul.
Yeah.
He left him a kick though. You wanted to get that on the 9 where he couldn't shoot the shot, where he had to go around the table. Then he would have really been in trouble. This is the kick. Albin will probably hit it.
One thing Spectredawn can't come up with an excuse is that he can't see the edge of a ball. He's got 20/20 vision since he got his bionic eyes fitted. Is there an edge of that 2 ball?
No good.
Yeah.
See, that's just an experience. That's an experience on how to play safe. I mean, that was the only cover you had there was a 3. That's no good. Because I guarantee you, Albin's not going to try to just use the 3 here. He's going to use the 8, 9, or 10.
Got to get through a gap, though. That's the problem with this shot.
He's got to get through a gap, but if he gets through the gap, he'll have him. Whereas, the kind of shot Spectredawn just played, you don't hit that perfect. You leave this.
Oh, he's going to come into the gap, is he? Yeah, he's come into the gap.
And he left the gap, but that was a better shot. Now, this one, you hit with a little bit of right English and knock the 2 away and put the cue ball on the 3.
Yeah, like that.
Yep. So the bad thing for Albin is that this kick is probably going to sell a shot out. He'll have to get lucky. This is a tough kick to not leave a shot on.
No, I didn't notice. What pocket did he call there?
He called the side. He's kicking across at it.
Now, this cue ball's got nice pace in it. If it misses a bump,
well,
maybe the bump's helped. No, it hasn't.
Well, it spun out, though. I like the way he hit that, because he hit it with enough speed that he had a chance to get lucky. Because, he's got the balls to separate, and he almost did. Well, this is no gimme, though, because how's he get on the 3-7 combo?
3 ball is no good there.
He can't go forward because the 6 is in the way. So he's going to try to come backwards. And I don't know what he's playing for here.
He's ducking up behind the 9. He's ducking up behind the 9. That's where he's going.
Well, he's got a couple choices here. I think that hitting it up there by the 9 is probably the best one.
Or send the 3 up there by the 9. That'll do it.
Yeah, and that's a That's a pretty good shot. I mean, he hit that one well.
Now, this is the angle there to get the. I mean, you can get the kick on the 3 here.
Again, you want to kick 2 rails here. Why? Because the cue ball will go right in between the 8 and 10 if you hit it reasonably well and go up table.
Yeah, he's going.
I don't know why he's. I wouldn't be kicking this way. I'm talking about kicking the other way. I don't like kicking this way as much.
I don't know that that's
okay.
a line.
The problem is you catch the 9 or the 10 here.
Well, he's got a hit.
You got it thin.
Andy's going to get a roll.
Yeah, that's a really nice roll. So Spectredawn's got the same kind of 2-rail kick here going the other way.
That might be tight past that 7 ball. He might have to spin this. No, he's got it. Oh, look at the way the cue ball's rolling. I think that might be a nice result. Let's have a look. It certainly is.
Well, I'm going to call us in a corner. And, you know, the good thing about kicking it this way is the cue ball will go up table. The bad thing is you could scratch on the side pocket if he hits this hard. More likely he'll hit the 10.
Well.
And did he get away with it?
That 3 goes.
No,
the 3 pocket goes there, and he's got a nice angle just to drop through for the 4.
So it looks like Spectredawn is going to win this safety battle, which is that's a big thing for him. You know, he's at a disadvantage in that. So every safety battle he wins is. Oh my God!
Wow!
Did I curse him?
Yeah.
As soon as he wins the safety battle, then he dogs it. That's brutal. I mean, that's just brutal. I mean, you know, he outsafes Albin and then dogs it.
Well, this is still tricky, this shot. I mean, does he use the rail and the ball to spin out? Because he's going to come down the right-hand side.
Yeah, you're going to hit the right-hand side of the 3, hit the end rail, and go to the long rail and out. So this is just a little spinner. Now, he's trying to do it the other way. The problem with this is the titty.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, he should have gone the other way. Now on really tight pockets, that titty's not in play. But with these wider pockets, you know, I mean, and that was a bad decision. If I can sit here and look at it and go, you know, it's hard to avoid hitting the titty, then he should know that too. I mean, if he wouldn't have hit the titty, I would have said that's a great shot because it was hard to avoid the titty the way that was.
Through the gap here, I think he fancies it. Yes.
Yeah, he's going to hit this with inside English and come straight back out and run out.
Yeah, he's got the pot. Only problem is the English sends it offline. But this is the tricky one. Now, I think he's going to hit the 6 here as well, is he not?
No, he'll come short of it. You come short of it and then come out and take the cut on the 6. This is a real natural shot. A teeny bit of running English. Make it go end rail, long rail, and come out short of the 6.
Yeah.
Oh, he overcut it.
He's overdone it.
Well, he did the right thing with the cue ball, but he overcut it.
Yeah, I was going to say that. He got the second part right. Well, again, here's your second go. I don't think Spectredawn's going to need any more invitations to take this rack out, get back to within 1, and be breaking to square the match.
Keith is here. Hi, Keith.
Oh, good evening, Keith. Bet you wish you were in this. But hang about, there's a 9-ball World Championship coming up, as well as the to be or not to be Honolulu one that's due to start in an hour or two's time. Right, well, he's got himself dead straight on this 7-ball, so you take your medicine and leave yourself the angle on this. Can he squeeze something out of this?
No, he's fine. He just rolls forward to the end rail, off the end rail, and shoots the 8 in the side.
Yeah, but he wants to get. He doesn't want to be stuck to there. He wants to get out so he can get a hold of the cue ball.
Yeah, he needs to come out a little. Well, he decides he wants to come all the way out.
Well,
which,
he needs to get higher than that. This is still tricky. He needs to put a wee bit of check in this.
That was not a good decision. He should have come out and shot it in the side. And the reason why is you could either drop back or you could stun it past the 10. You had two ways to get over that 9 ball. He hit a good shot there, so he's out, and it's going to be 5-4.
Well, Spectredawn, I'm sure he broke and ran his last rack, didn't he? So here we go. You can do 2 in a row here. So we've been playing 40 minutes for 9 racks.
And ball. That doesn't look good.
No.
But he hasn't left anything. I think he may shoot a safety right now. He may try to thin this 1 ball. That's kind of a tricky safe. I'm not sure I'd want to shoot that. That's what he's doing. That's a tough safety. Boy, he hit it beautifully.
Yeah.
That's really well done. Very well judged.
Well, what's more is that the table's pretty good apart from getting to the 4 ball. If Albie gets ball in hand here or whatever.
Yeah, that safety Albin made look easy. The tricky thing about that is it's very dependent on how much of the 1 ball you catch. And when you're at that distance, it's hard to hit it right.
That's not a bad result. I mean, it's an easy hit. This is a full ball kick behind it and send the one up the table and keep the cue ball here. So you've got to spin it.
You're right. That's
get it right in the back of that one. Well, the only thing you don't want to do is hit the 3 with the 1 ball.
You don't want to overspin it.
Oh,
and he underspun it. But he's going to come out pretty good.
Yeah. Well, I think he's going to cut this. Yeah, he's going to cut it.
Yeah, he can shoot this. You want to hold this a little bit. I think you want to hold this and come short of the 5 ball. I would be hitting this with right English and coming short of that 5 ball. If you don't hold it, you may hit the 5 ball.
Well, he's just playing it. I think he's got a wee feather of English on it, yeah.
Yeah, he put a little English on it, and that's perfect.
Perfect. Now, we all know what the rack winning shot's going to be. It's going to be here. If he can get down to it.
Well, all he has to do is roll this. He's just going to roll this and leave a little angle on the 3 and then stun the cue ball at the 6 because the 6 covers the pocket. Now, I would have never done that. I would have left the angle and stunned it at the 6 ball. Now...
It looks as if he's going to come down in the short side here. He can't be trying to get between the 10 and 8 or over that side. He's going to come right down the short side. And the 9 balls in play.
He should have dinked that and left the angle.
Oh,
see,
nice.
That's all because he didn't leave that angle. If he dinks it and leaves the angle, then he can stun the cue ball at the 6. And it's easy position. Can you bump the 6 and come up bad? Yeah, but, chances are you're not going to do that.
No.
And he's left it. So Albin is looking good here. He'll want to run. I would hit this with right English and go 3 rails. I go all the way around the table.
I'm just trying to get through the gap here. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't try to do that because you've got a clear path going 3 rails around the table. Why take a chance, with the traffic that way?
Well,
but he's got the shot and he should be out here. I mean, this is,
that's a make or break on the 5 ball.
Pot this ball here.
Never mind Steve roasting you, Keith. What do you think I'll do to you if I was watching you?
I hope you're not talking about me.
Yeah, yes.
I don't play in these events.
No, he's talking about you commentating and Keith's performance, ripping into him.
Well, I am gonna speak my mind, but I'm only doing it so that everybody watching can improve their game. You know, kind of understand how you want to think at the table.
So
You
back
know that,
across.
Keith. I know
the-
you play blackball at a high level. I mean, it's like, you know, the way you think at the table's the most important thing.
Oh, now
And
that
that was
8
well
ball.
done. Oh, it got away from him a little.
Yeah.
He hit that pretty good, but you know, that was one of those touch shots. So
What's that
now you got
song?
a decision. Are you gonna go
Going up the country.
you
What's
go
that song?
well, he's trying to hold this.
Is he?
Yeah, he's gonna try to hold this and cut the 9.
Yeah.
And that was well done. That was about as good as you were gonna do there.
Memories of getting to a 6 ball for Albinario here, but this is a lot easier. So Albinario regains a 2-rack lead. So Spectredawn got back on par with Albi, but he's going to have to do it again. Canned heat, that's the one. Yeah. That's like one of the early tracks you hear on the Woodstock movie. But the very first song that you hear in the Woodstock movie is Crosby, Stills and Nash.
And he's got a couple balls in. He's got a shot on the 1. This isn't a gimme, but Albin hits these kind of shots pretty well. This is just draw the ball, a little bit of left English.
Well, I suppose you could use that song at the end of this match if Spectredawn wins this Crosby, Stills and Nash. It's been a long time coming. Well, it's actually a long time gone. That's what it's called, but that's one of the lines in the song.
See how he tried to finesse that? He might have been better off hitting that with speed and going back and forth than trying to finesse that. Because when you try to finesse it, the cue ball starts turning over, and I think that shot's actually easier to hitting it hard and going back and forth.
Now, does he play to bump the 10 here, or does he dig in to come away from the 1 ball? What does he do here?
I'd bump the 10. I'd just hit it with left English and bump the 10 because that's simple. You know, I mean, simple, you know, you don't have to hit it hard, and you know, all you have to do is spin it up some. It's gonna hit the 10.
Oh, well, now Albinario does have vision problems. He said he'll be right back. He's going to clean his glasses. Every excuse in the book.
Well, he looks like he's going to go behind it here. He put right English on it, and that's well done.
Now, well, the 5 goes past the 10. I can't believe he's going to do anything other than just draw off this 2, is he? Well, you get too much angle. You get too much angle, I think.
You can go forward with this. So you go forward with some left
and
English.
Check it, yeah.
Forward and left English. That's a great shot, guys. If you haven't practiced a shot, you can make it go off the end rail and spin right back to the side rail where the 2 ball is.
Yeah, he's done the old VP4 bailout. Now this cue ball's heading to the 9.
Well, I don't like that shot because you know the whole thing is getting on the 6. Now I think he's still fine because he can just go behind the 9 and he'll have a cut on the 6.
It was 7-2 in both matches, called this fellow.
He's going to hold this cue ball and go straight. And so he cinched the 2, but he ended up making the shot on the 5 harder. I probably would have gone on the other side of the 9 there because trying to hold that ball, I think, is a tougher shot than going behind with a teeny bit of right English.
I'm going to have to put the heating off. I'm boiling here. I'll be back in a minute.
Albin's going to roll this and just come across by the side pocket, just like that. And the reason why I say that he's not going to try to get to the middle of the table of draws because that shot that he just hits a lot more reliable just using English. Well, that's not the angle you want. He's got himself a really funny angle. If he was dead straight, it's pretty easy. You just draw back with a little left English. Now, you know, this is he's gonna have to wham this. Watch out. Oh, oh, oh. Well, he hit it good, and it was close to the side pocket, but he got by it. Very well played, that shot. Well, cold as P, you can go to the league page and look. If you go to the league page and you look at schedule, it has all the results on it. And you can actually hit the results button and see the detailed results. So Alvin's back to a 3-shot lead. And Spectredawn breaking. He needs to make something. And he has. Let's see if he's going to come up with a shot. And he has. And this table looks pretty good. I mean, I think really all he has to do is make this one, bring the cue ball back up table. He'll probably go behind the 5 ball there.
So 3-rack lead now again.
3-rack lead again, but Spectredawn's got a good table. You know, he's got to avoid some balls here. You don't want to run into like something like the 5 ball. Watch out! Watch out!
He's gone.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't hit that harder and spin a little to the rail, because all he had to do was get past the 5 ball and come up table, and he was okay.
Oh, that hurts. That
I suppose he could have scratched in the corner pocket. It was pretty hard to scratch in that side pocket with the 5 ball where it was. So that's yeah, that's one of those things that happens that you're absolutely right, Hugh. That hurts.
An unforeseen scratch. I mean, it was tight to get into that side pocket, but if there's a way it's going to find into the side pocket, it's going to do it in that shot. I mean,
this shot's a little touchy. You want to get the cue ball down where you don't want to leave angle back towards the 5 here. And that's good enough. He can just go right past this 5 and shoot the 5 in the same pocket he's shooting the 4.
No.
Well,
I don't know they can hold this.
Well, he's probably going to stun this over. If you're going to roll it, you better hit it into the far side of the pocket.
Oh, he did. He did manage to get the bump.
He pulled it back. I think that's a smart move the way he hit it, because he's guaranteeing he's going to hit the 7 with a little bit of speed and not get locked on it.
Needs to keep rolling again. Oh, good evening to Paul. Bullabog.
Paul is here.
Oh, I'm saying good evening. What the hell time is it where you are, Paul? It must be breakfast time or whatever. Is it not? Got to be breakfast time where he is. What time is it here? It's what, 25 minutes past 8. So I'm guessing what 8 hours or something in front.
Next day in front is what it is.
Right, so Albinario with an 8-4 late 4:30 AM by your keen. Disappointed he didn't get here for the start.
So Albin's up 2-1 now, 8-4, and he's got a ball on the break, and he's got what looks to be a very good table.
Well, remember, you could always watch it in the rerun, Paul. You know, get back to bed, get your breakfast, and then go out and watch the rest of it.
And that's really good cue ball control there, because you know that it was risky. You could hook yourself in a 9. You could go in the side pocket. Very confident the line he took on that. He wasn't afraid of it at all. I might have gone forward on that just because I'd be more comfortable doing it. Less bad things can happen. That you know, it shows he's very comfortable to shoot that kind of shot.
Now, does he do something a bit risky here and leave the angle on the 5 to try and bump the 10 and 7 and still be on the 6?
I would not. But we'll see what he decides to do. I'd play to get behind the behind it and shoot the 7 up table.
It's going to be. He's going to have to play something delicate. He wants to be cutting this 6 ball in if he can, like that. He doesn't want to go too straight.
No, he's too straight. And now he's going to have to stun it over.
This is trickier to judge.
Well, he's got a choice where he can go to the end rail and spin into the 7 if he wants. See, he could have gone forward and come off the end rail and purposely tried to bump the 7 up towards the side pocket. This is not what you want to be shooting.
This is the big shot.
Yeah, it's a have to perform moment, and that's not going in. Oh, it did go in. Wow.
Used all of the pocket. He needs another one. And right in the heart of the pocket. Perfect in the 9. And the gap gets larger.
Doesn't get out. No.
Now there's a crisis on here.
Well, there's still a lot of time left. I wouldn't say it's crisis, but there's a lot of time. But he's going to have to play better.
Let's just do a bit of promoting here, just in case.
Watch out. So that's dry. And Albert's got a shot here. The question is, what's he going to do with it? This is a kind of situation I'd be playing safe. What I would do here is I would cut the 1 ball on the left side.
Overcut it to the short rail and duck.
I would take it off the long rail to the short rail and try to put him on the 9 ball. So you're thinning the 1 ball on the left side of the 1 ball. Not overcut. You're cutting it to the right, and then you take the cue ball 3 rails and put it on the 9 ball.
Well, I'm going that way. I don't know what way you're going.
Well, you got the 3 ball in the that way. That's what you want to do. You want to hit it real thin. Use the 3 ball and the 9 ball.
That's not with the legs. Oh, it might have the legs if he's going that way.
Well, that's not a bad shot. That's not a bad shot at all. He played it for the bunch in the middle.
He's got cover. He's going to have to use the rail. Now he's looking to cut this in and chip across it. Watch the cue ball though.
Yeah, this is a sellout shot.
Oh.
Yeah, you either make that or you probably sell out. So I'd just be playing for the 2-7 combo here. He's going to have to take the difficult combo. Well, let's see. I take it back. Maybe he can get to this 2 ball. Yeah, he can. He just needs to run it just short of the 6 and come down. I think that's what it'll do. It's a pretty natural shot. No, I don't. Why did he do it that way? I'm kind of surprised he just didn't go to the long rail and try to run. I guess he wasn't confident in getting by the 6.
Nice.
I feel a safety coming right into the 8 ball. Oh, he went behind the 8 ball. That's even better.
Well, going to have to kick again. Can't get around that 5.
Yeah, and this is the right way to play this game. You know, if you don't have a shot that's reasonable and the safety's there, play the safety.
This is called tightening the noose.
Well, it's called don't give your opponent a chance. I mean, that's why you don't shoot at questionable shots. If you got a safety versus a shot that's questionable, play the safety because you do. This game's all about controlling the table.
There we go.
There we go. So if you never leave your opponent a good look at a ball and he's kicking like this all the time, then you've still got control of the table, even though you're not at it. You know, he's going to have to play a really good shot to get control from you. It's all about keeping control and not giving your opponent opportunities. As long as he's not getting many opportunities, you're going to win.
No, Albinario's looking at the 3 ball into the side. Why doesn't he just leave an angle in the 3, cut it up to the top pocket, and then come across for the 4? Well, he might be doing the same thing.
Yeah, he's just gonna come across for the 4 ball, shoot the 4 in a left-hand pocket. This is a pretty routine shot. I mean, it's a little bit scary at the angle he's got, but it's not a hard shot.
Look at the commentator. Look at the commentator's line. Absolutely spot on.
I thought he'd actually cut that in the side, but he went right down the rail.
Eyes like a hawk when I'm drawing a line. Five ball past the 7, it looks like to me. I think he's going to. Is he going to brush into the 9? I don't know what the angle's like. Let's have a look. Yeah. Yeah. I think he's just going to. He doesn't want to land on top of the 9, but he certainly will be close to it, I would think. No, he's fine. Got a good angle.
Yeah, I mean, he plays such good straight pull. These kind of situations, he's very good. He's got good precision control and touch.
Oh, come on, Paul! You've got to give me 10 out of 10 for that line. I mean, that was nailed. Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
As soon as we sing his praises, he does that.
Now, this will still go in. He just needs to hit the 5, but he's got to blast this, I think, to get out of there.
All right.
Yeah.
He didn't have to blast it, but he had to hit it with some speed.
Well, that'll do.
And he's come out wonderful.
Yeah. Well, this is one that's going to get away from Albie here, I think. Which is exactly what Spectredawn needs. He needs a favour or 2. And above all, when he gets that favour or 2, he must put them away. Now, this is a nice angle to roll forward. Or stun, maybe stun across. Does he want to really roll forward here? Yeah, he needs a nice brush, and that's gone funny. And maybe it'd have been better to take my option there where he'd been stunning across rather than running towards it, because he could end up like this.
Yeah, and not only that, the side pocket's in play here too.
Yeah, and he's stuck to the rail. That's the other problem.
So he can play safe here if he wants. He does not have to shoot this.
That's not even in his mindset, Steve. This is all or nothing.
He can put the cue ball on the 9.
And he's got it. Watch the cue ball. Oh.
That was looking like nothing, but the cue ball didn't go in the pocket.
Well, I think he missed a beat there. But he's going to get it. Desperate rack to win. And who would have thought Albinario would have hung that 5 ball?
Now, who's JP?
That's Slim.
That's Slim?
Yeah.
John Paul? Is that John Paul?
Only Slim knows the answer to that one.
Well, let's see whether Alvin come up with a ball on the break here. I mean, when you got this kind of lead, you know, it's just important to play solid.
Right.
And that's not really what he wanted, but this table has got some issues. So
can he get to that cue ball?
He can. I think he'll probably come back with this, but he may go forward just because it's just kind of tricky getting it around the corner. But I think he may go forward just because of how this thing's sitting. And he did get it around the corner. Boy, that was close.
Almost
I knew it was
pushed it
going to be.
ball. Almost pushed it dead there. If he'd just
Well,
pushed it behind the 7, he was dead.
It was going to be close the way that one ball was sitting.
Well, obviously,
so this is where you want to run into the 9 ball. He wishes he had more angle, but he's got enough angle to do it. I would try to play it at the 9 ball.
He's got to have a go at it.
Well, he's putting a lot of spin on it. I don't like this.
This is going to go pear-shaped, is it?
No, see, as soon as he should have stunned that, just a teeny bit of draw and just come across and hit it hard. As soon as he started going way down on the cue ball, that's a stub shot there.
Well, this is where you take your medicine. You pot the 3, get back down the table. Oh no! Oh well.
This is where you do something silly. I don't know what the hell that was.
Why didn't he pot the 3? Get himself back down the table here and nail him to the 9.
Yeah. I don't have a good answer for that, Hugh.
I don't know why he never even contemplated that. You jab it in and get down here, and if you get down here, you're nailing him to the 9.
But I think the reason why is that, Spectredawn's moving game has gotten better, but it's still not great. He doesn't realize how to handle certain situations still. And, I mean...
Oh, well...
there we go.
Albinario has got a big favour.
For people that have played safe a lot, I mean, it's a pretty obvious situation there to do exactly what you're talking about.
Well, you don't do what Spectredawn just done there. You must at all costs do everything to avoid that 9 and 4 ball and open it up. You had to leave Albinario to do that.
Well, I mean, he did the worst thing you could do on that kick, which is open up the trouble.
Well, again, I keep asking the question here. Why didn't he pot the 3 and get down the table?
Well, again, it's just, it's an experience thing. I mean, even though he's a good player, his moving game is still, mediocre. It's gotten better. I mean, you got to give the guy credit. He moves a lot better than he used to.
Well, my PC was all cleaned out when it went in to get fixed, coldest pillow, so I don't know what they used to clean it. Probably I wanted a soft brush or something, or take the components out and brush them off individually.
Oh boy! What the hell was that?
I should have paid guys to do it. You can get compressed air and just use the little plastic tube and blow the dust off. But I wouldn't do anything like that. I wouldn't go inside a PC.
Back in line. So the thing about Spectre, Hugh, is that think about this. Think about when he does learn to move better. How good he's really going to be, because he's playing with he's in a gunfight with a knife right now, and he's in the finals. So when he gets better at moving, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with in these tournaments.
Well, Albinario is a man in a mission here because obviously Spectredawn's got one up on him in the tournament. And right now he's heading for revenge. But again, there's still time to turn.
Hey, Larry, why aren't you in the Honolulu? You need to get in this Honolulu. We need at least 2 more players. Don't you give me the lovey-dovey sign either.
What's happening here? Are we having a break? Have I missed something? Oh no. I think there's enough hot air comes out of Stub. Get Stub over to clean your PC. I mean, get him to talk. Just get him to talk to it. He'll blow the dust out of your PC.
Well, the problem is it's not going to go without more players.
Well, Spectredawn, what do we have? 4 and 5 all go in the break. He's got a dodgy cut in the 1, a tester to start with. And now this needs to miss the 2 if he can, and it has. It's not, it hasn't.
Well, he's got enough of it. He's okay. I mean, this is an important rack to him. He doesn't want to get any further behind.
He's calling your bluff, Steve.
All right, I'm holding you to that. If you and I jump in, that'll be 15.
Yeah, you'll not get me in that. Yeah, I've learnt my lesson. I've showed you how to play Honolulu on that little video. I showed you how to play a creative shot in Honolulu. That's my work done. I've given the guys ideas of what to do in Honolulu. Be creative, be imaginative. But you can only do that really when there's loads of balls on the table. Once it gets down to this situation, you're banking all night long. That's why there's Cobra in it. See, Cobra should fancy his chances in the Honolulu, because when you once the ball starts,
Cobra's in.
Aye, once the ball's thin out, it's then all down to banking. Crossover banks, up and down banks, cross table banks. You know, that's what it ends up being.
The shot category you'll see the most in Honolulu is going to be banks.
Mm-hmm. In fact, that's another thing. I've never even looked at a stats for the Honolulu tournament, let alone played in one. So,
and you'll see a lot of combinations too. You'll see some billiards and caroms, and then there's kicks, of course. You'll see kicks also too. But banks and combos will be the ones, the majority of them.
Well, Spectredawn's got his fingers crossed, hoping for a break. I mean, hoping for a break in his favour here from Albie, if you know what I mean. Dry break, scratch the break.
Yeah, well, Albin has not been scratching on the break. Oh, there's the bad break. See where the cue ball went?
Yeah, and ooh.
That was the bad break. The cue ball went down. That's the one he does that is not good.
Now, can he play this one ball on it? Let me have a look. Get round.
Yeah, he's going to shoot the one onto the 8. I mean, I think I don't think this.
What I was just about to say there is, can he play the one ball to the inside of the 8 ball just like he did? To actually hold the one ball there, and that's perfect as far as that goes.
This is actually not too bad a situation, because the billiard off the 3 ball is pretty easy. So what I would do here is I wouldn't try to even move these balls. I would just come out and play the billiard 3 to the 5. I think that's what he's doing.
That needs to move. That's dead. Oh dear. I mean, you can overhit that, but what you can't do is underhit it.
He may have been playing for the bank on the 3. I would always been playing for the billiard there. It was easy.
Well, the best we can do there is give him the benefit of the doubt, but you know, overhit it if anything, and get yourself at least a shot in the billiard.
If you get too far, the billiard's no good. I mean, so there was limited room there for the billiard too. I mean, it was a little touchy. He may have hit that ball a little thick. So he tries to play a shot to lock up the 4 ball unsuccessfully.
Well, Albinario, he's got to play the billiard with ball in hand.
Well, he doesn't have to.
No, he's playing. Oh no, What the hell is he doing here? He's playing it off table.
He's going to shoot it up table, I think.
Got to leave the angle to get out though. Yeah. I mean, I don't think he's made his mind up what he's doing here yet.
You can bank the 3. You can play the billiard. If you're going to play the billiard, you got to get the 3 to come across the table so you can shoot it in the side.
He's dead straight in this. Or is he? I don't know what he's doing. I mean, obviously he's trying to run up top.
No, he did go straight. Well, I'm not sure what the plan is there, but I know what I'd be doing here. I'd be playing safe.
Yeah, he should have some stuck in the 10 ball.
And this is not a safe you want to go to the rail on. You want to just roll this, I think. You can go to the rail, but it's a little tricky where he's sitting. Kind of a real touchy shot to take this to the side rail. He's just going to do the roll ahead. That was the guaranteed shot. The only way you could screw that shot is if you don't hit it hard enough. Half mass A should count. Well, I didn't write the rules.
I think that's missing the 4 going that line. I think you need to tweak the cue ball to get to the 4, and then the 6 ball's in the way. Yeah.
He's got them pretty good, but he didn't get them great.
Well, he'll settle for that result.
No,
I mean,
this is not a hard bank. I think he's going to
he's
shoot
left.
the bank here. This is left English and wham it. It's hard to miss this bank. I think left English and fire it.
Go ahead towards the 7.
No, he's going to play safe. He's
That's
going
a
to
yawning
by the
started.
10.
Yeah.
That's not a bad choice. You know, you don't like the shot, play safe.
Now, is he trying to roll on top of this for it to the rail?
No, it's too far from the rail. I would not slow roll this one. Too far away from the rail. You got to hit it too good. Chances are he's going to sell out if he tries to slow roll this.
Yeah, this is not going to. Well, it did have the legs. I don't know whether the 4 would have got to the rail, but.
Yeah, I mean, you got to hit that too perfect is the problem. Now, if the 4 ball's within a ball of the rail, it's not such a bad shot. That's a little too far. Why is he not shooting the 4 in the side pocket? There we go. now he's looking at the side pocket.
Yeah, I think he was just looking at what line he wants to leave in the 5 so he can get out for the 6. Yeah, that'll do it. And he's juicing up the spin.
And that's the smart play. That's the one you can't screw up. Coming back, you could screw up. There are ways that you could get screwed.
Got the angle.
Yeah, he's just going to come and shoot it down back. Oh, he didn't shoot it down there. I would have probably stunned it across and just shot it the other way, but that's fine. Doesn't matter.
That's almost an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, I figured this would be a 3-hour match.
Well, you know, Albinario is showing what it means to be playing like a champion. You know, he had to battle from 12-9 behind against Vince Says to get through, and won the last 4 racks. Well, if you're going to be champion, Spectredawn, you're going to have to do it the hard way.
Yeah, I think, you know, Spectredawn's going to need some help. He doesn't yet. There's still enough time, but if he's got this kind of gap in a few more games, then he's going to need help. And
that doesn't help.
And the reason why I say that is Albin's got the advantage in the moving game. So, you know, all things being equal, Spectredawn's not going to catch up unless Albin helps him.
Yeah, and Albie's just going to play this past the 7, I think. Just think through for the 2, is he? What's the angle like? Doesn't look that great, is it? No,
he's fine.
I think he's fine.
He's just gonna spin this.
Uh-oh. Hang on a minute.
And he missed it. Yeah.
Yeah, see, I think what he was, you know, he was just looking at holding that line for the cue ball there, and he tried to pinch a bit too much, I think. I think that's his problem there.
So you got some choices here. Probably the most straightforward one is put some left English on this and go straight up and down for the 2. You could spin over and try to spin behind the 2. I think he's got room to spin at the 5. That's not a bad choice either. He's going the straight up and down choice. And that's not very straight. It's no good.
Oh dear.
So now this is a tricky safety. You know, if you thin this and try to put on the 5, if you don't get safe, you're going to sell out. I'm not even sure what I'd do here. I'd be thinking about this. I might kick behind the 2, kick off the end rail, because...
Yeah, just try and get lucky and maybe end up behind the 4. Yeah.
Now a better shot if you're going to thin the right side is hit it harder and take the cue ball behind the 3. And I think that's what he's probably doing. Nope. Yeah, he did not put enough pace on that. What he should have done there, he spun the cue ball up with the right English to extend it. What he should have done was not use so much English and hit more of the 2 and made the 2 go over like on the end rail by the 7.
Now this
He
is
took it real thin and spun it. This has put it on the 5 ball right here. This is a pretty easy safety. This is a very natural safe to put the cue go end rail, long rail, and it rolls right over up on the 5. And even if you don't get it, it's going to be, you know, if you don't get it right on the 5, you're still okay. You just got to get behind the 5. And the reason why I say that is because the angle's so good. Now, he may play it side. Oh, he shot the ball.
He went all out for the bank. I thought he would just call it the 2 just in case.
Well, there's nothing wrong with being aggressive, but there is something wrong with missing.
And you know what? There's nothing wrong with missing and leaving nothing to your opponent.
Well, I mean, that's just a matter of getting lucky. I think he could twist this. I'm not sure I like that. I would kick this 2 ball at the 5. I would go 2 rails behind it and try to kick the 2 at the 5. I would never do what he just did.
Oh dear.
That's a terrible shot.
Oh, I mean, this is kick it in every day of the week. And the 3 ball up table. I mean, that's...
You just can't leave the cue ball like this. I would have kicked 2 rails behind the 2 and kicked the 2 at the 5. There's a chance you could get safe with the 4 or the 5. And even if you don't, you know, you're not going to just sell out. That's just, you can't leave the cue ball this close to the object ball.
There you go. So this is a shot, stunned back about what 5-6 inches.
I'd come back a little more than that.
Oh,
because this is nice angle this way. You know, getting on this side of it just makes it simple. All he has to do is roll this.
Yeah, he's fine.
And the smart thing about that shot is he had the 7 to help him control the speed. You know, he knew he couldn't like get way too far with the 7 ball there. And that's a smart plan. So I would always leave angle and go around, forward and around here. He may not. So I don't like doing it this way as much, but and the reason why I say that is because where the 10 is. You know, now you have to draw this back further because of where the 10 is. And, you know, then it gets a little dicier. Now he's looking at it and he's going, why didn't I leave myself angle to go forward?
I would always be spinning this with right English and punching it around the corner. We're juicing it up.
Well,
the only risk is a scratch.
He didn't leave enough angle. That's the problem. He should have left more angle on the 7 ball. Then it's a simple shot. Now he's in a situation he's got to spin the thing up with a lot of draw.
Well,
and that's good enough. He can get by the 10 with that.
I'll just dig in a wee bit, make sure he does get by the 10.
No, this is no problem.
He's digging in to make sure.
Yeah, well, it's not a problem.
Trusting it. Yeah. Avoided at all cost.
I just, you know, the thing about pool is you want to make it as simple as possible. That's going to give you your best percentage success.
Well, it's now double again, isn't it? 2-1.
I will say, you know, sitting here commentating, it's a lot easier to think about the game. When you're playing, you know, especially when you're under pressure,
you get scrambled.
It's easy. Like I'm sure if Alvin would have thought about that a little more, he would have said, "Oh, yeah." He probably shot that and said, "Oh, why didn't I leave angle so I can go forward?" You know, it's a lot of times it's an afterthought where you know the player knows better, but just didn't do it.
Albie's dry.
Albie's dry. He's got to kick if he wants to kick at it.
And you know that's the thing that Spectredawn's need. Not only is he needing a dry break, but he's needing a comfortable start in a rack, and he ain't getting it.
You almost have to kick at this. There's not a very good push out here, so he is going to kick at this, and this is the right thing to do in this situation.
And you know the worry here, if he's just going to play this dead weight, he'll be hooked.
Well, the worry here is well, he's not going to play it dead right. He's going to hit this. There's no way he'll play this.
He's got to hit this.
Well, bad hit, I think. Or
is the 3 ball going to do him a favour? No, it isn't. What am I talking about? The
No,
one
it's a
ball
good
still on
hit.
the table. I forgot about the one. He's going to be in trouble in a minute, though.
He's gonna, yeah. This is just bumped the 1 off the 4. Oh, he missed the 4. I thought he'd probably catch a little piece of the 4, but that's very well done.
Now, this is a roll the cue ball onto the one, but you're going to be in trouble again if you do that.
Well, but you know, this you could kick it this with more speed if you understand where you're going to put the 1 ball. Like you could try to kick it behind the 610.
Yeah, you can get near it.
Well, you know, when you're rolling it like that, the cue ball is going to lengthen out a lot. I mean, that's a shot obviously he needs to practice because we've seen him shoot that a number of times, and I'm not sure he's ever hit the ball in this game when he's tried that shot. So, you know, those one of these things where after you play a match, you know, you should go back and the shots you had trouble with, you should go practice them. Like that shot, he obviously needs to practice. I think that's the 3rd one he's hit like that went wide. Has says it's 21-13, looking great. You know, I would not have thought that, Has, that I would have thought that this would be a closer match, and it still may be. But Spectredawn is, you know, his weakness in moving is showing, and, you know, with Albin playing good, Albin's been able to break well this match, and he's playing really well, so it's a tall order here for Spectredawn.
Yeah, I think Albie's going to have a major breakdown for this to turn.
Well,
or the roles go against him. You know, he's going to have something happen.
Some things will probably have to go good for Spectredawn, but he needs to help his own case by breaking and running out a lot. You know, he needs to run out every time he gets to the table. I think, you know, we've had a number of tables that really weren't that good. And when you get tables that have problems on it, it's a huge advantage for Albin because he outmoves Spectredawn.
Yeah.
So if Spectredawn can get some tables where things are wide open, you know, that's where he's really good. He's going to run out just about every time.
Well, I suppose it then comes down to a battle of, you know, if you're good at dealing with good tables, how good are you at dealing with problem tables then? That's the big test.
Well, and that's, you know, that's where, you know, this is a learning experience for him. He's been getting better at moving. I think he will continue to get better. But if you look at all these guys that have been winning these things, they've all improved areas of the game that are weak, whether it be, you know, shooting banks or kicking or playing safe. I mean, all these guys that are at the top are getting better at those things.
Well, this is it heading for a humiliation? That's the way it's going.
Well, you know, still got time, but he needs to make something happen. And
at the moment, it's looking like serious revenge for Albie.
This is not what he wants to have happen, which is break and dry.
I mean, there's the other ultimate slap in the face. A great break. Balls are sitting perfect, and Albie's got a shot in the one.
I wouldn't say they're perfect. He needs to get on this too nicely. And
you've got a big target bumped into the 7, haven't you? I mean,
if he can get to the 3 ball, then I think this rack's probably over.
Let's have a look. Let's see. Go
That's really not where you want to be. I
suppose he can stun into the table just here.
He's going to have to.
Yeah, that's perfect. That'll do it.
Well, you know, he's okay. So he's going to come behind the 6 ball here. Well, he may go in front of the 6 ball. He may run into the 6 ball. He could spin this over. He could spin this over on the top side of the 6 ball and shoot the 4 in the corner opposite the 9. Just like that. That's well done. And that's just a little spin shot. You notice how he used more English there than draw? That's how you want to hit that shot. That I will say that one of the things I see in real life MVP mistakes players make is on that kind of shot, they use too much draw and not enough English. because it's a lot more reliable on that kind of shot with more English and less draw. Because if you look at the cue ball, in that kind of shot, there's like a little oval of where you could hit the cue ball. You could put more draw and less English, or more English and less draw, and get to the same place. In that situation where you have more angle, you're better off using more English and less draw. It's more consistent.
This doesn't really want to catch any of the 9-ball here, I don't think.
No, he's fine here. I mean, he's got plenty of pocket. He's just, you got to make a decision here whether you're going to try to get higher up on the 7 or stay below it. The simple thing is just to roll the 6, stay below it, and then, do a little more with the cue ball on the shot on the 7. And you got a couple choices you could play for either corner pocket or for the side the 7's going in.
It's going clean.
And he decides to come across. And you know what? That's a really good decision, because what he did wasn't that difficult to do. And now he's taken out any doubt of getting on the 8-ball. That was an excellent choice.
Well, that was Spectredawn's worst nightmare right there, that rack. Dry break and a very good table for Albinario to find his way out, which, needless to say, he's probably going to.
Well, Albin's playing good, I mean, that wasn't a table he had to get out on. And, he's...
hang on a minute. He's going to have to cut this to the side. I don't believe he played for that, did he?
I think he did.
Did he?
I do think he did. Yeah, I just didn't think he might have come up a little short, but I think that is what he was playing. This is fine. I mean, this is not a shot he's going to miss.
Well, remember what Steve just said there. Well, you're in off the far jaw.
Albin's playing well. I mean, this is tough for Spectredawn. He's going to have to do something pretty special to come back at this point. I mean, Albin needs 7 games and Spectredawn needs 15. When it's 2 for 1 and you're this far from the goal, that's a lot of games.
Well, this will come into my category as a sensational comeback. Well, Albie's dry this time, is he?
Albie looks like he's dry, and
Spectredawn still can't get an easy start here.
I would be thinning this 1 ball and putting the cue ball on the 5 every time here. I mean, that's just, can you shoot this on the side and get up table? Yeah, but why even try?
He's not even looking at. He's not even contemplating the safety. He's looking
at the bank. I mean, the safety is so simple. You got to shoot this safety. I think you're going to have to put a little left English. You want to move the 1 over enough that it's out of the way in case you don't get him on the 5. So you're going to have to put a little left. Now he's going to go ahead and shoot it.
Oh, he's going all out for it.
I mean, it's a good shot. The shot was there, but I still probably would have played safe in that situation.
All out attack. He maybe feels that the situation he's in. If he's going to go down, he might as well go down fight.
So the situation he's got here is he's probably gonna have to play the 4 into the 6, which then means could potentially be a little tricky to get on the 5 depending on where he is. So this is not a gimme table. So you want to leave this thing right in the pocket, because then you can leave the cue ball near the side rail and get to the 5. I think he's
trying to hold it there.
That'll do it. Fine. So I like going off the end rail here, and that's what he's going to do. And the reason why I say that is you want to get away from that rail so you have a choice about drawing it. You don't want to be right against the end rail. So
he's inside the 5 slightly, I think. So he's got an angle to work with.
He's fine. He's just going to go straight on forward on this. He may shoot the 7 in the corner. That's what I'd be doing, because you're rolling out on the line, and that's perfect. So he's out here, and it's going to be 14-7.
And he's breaking.
Which is perfect third. 7 times 2 is 14. Times 3 is 21.
I don't believe he wanted to be there, though. I mean, Okay, he gets his 10 out of 10 most times.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Only noobs would have played safe. Well, Stubb certainly wouldn't have. Speaking of Stubb, where is he?
Well, he's not in YouTube because I banned him earlier on this afternoon.
Okay.
That's why he's not in here, but it doesn't stop him coming into the room because I was hoping he'd come into the room and get a fine.
Because he had sent me a message and said that he wanted to be able to come into the room and do a bombing run, and I told him no. I said you can go into the stream and do it, and
nope.
Nope. So Spectredawn's got a ball down. He's got a shot. The table is pretty good. I mean, he's got to get on this too. So I mean,
this is a big to get on this too.
Yeah, it's a pretty routine type of shot, but it's not. This is a shot I expect him to make and get on the 2-ball. I mean, it's you don't need to put any English on. It's just straight draw.
Where do you get the idea that Spectredawn's doing that? That's a good shot.
Yeah, and he was smart about it. He didn't try to overhit it, and that's well done.
This is just a brush with a feather and drop the 2 in and hold the cue ball, stop it leaking away.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh dear! Hang on a minute.
Oh boy!
Hang on a minute. I mean, I did he not think he could just feather that 2 in and just hold the cue ball? Was he worried about hooking himself behind the 10? Because he ended up hooking himself behind the 10 anyway.
It was a little touchy to feather it, I thought, but I mean, obviously, what he did didn't work out for him, and this is what he can't do. I mean, he gets a good table. I mean, if he's going to catch up, he's got to run out there.
You think he does that in challenge rooms? Does he?
I think Albin's going to play safe here, mainly because getting on the 5's tricky.
Yeah, I think he's going to punch this up amongst them and try and get it behind the 5 and 9. Do you not think so?
Yeah, that's exactly what I think.
And leave the cue ball behind the 10.
I think
I don't know that he's got the angle to do it, has he?
He may not be able to get the cue ball behind the 10. We'll see. It's just all speed. It's how much of the 4 you take.
If the cue ball goes that way, he'll be behind the 10. No, he's going for the pot. He's overcut it.
No,
he was
trying to put him on the 8-ball. He wasn't trying to make it.
Well, the thing is, if it all but dropped into the pocket there, he'd have been in trouble himself if he'd got it. But anyway,
he would have been in a lot of trouble. And where he was trying to get the 4-ball past the side, it was a pretty touchy shot. I mean, you got to give the guy some credit for having the balls to shoot that shot. I mean, that was a very touchy shot.
Well, I've got a solution for that problem. You set your shot clock to 15 seconds in a challenge room when Spectredawn's about, and that way, when he does come in, he can't be hanging around.
You do realize that Cobra's
now he called that into the side, didn't he?
Yep, that's a good shot.
Yeah, it went over the table twice, but that still counts.
You can still get lucky in 10-ball, and he came out perfect on the 5. I mean, you want to talk about a roll. That was a roll both ways. Yeah. He got perfect on the 5, and he shit the 4 in, and it counts. That's pretty impressive. 7. That might be the shot of the tournament right there. The ultimate shit in.
Well, I don't think he wants to be trying to get on the 7 past the 9. Does he? I mean, he can draw back, but it's tight.
He can shoot it in the side if he wants. Yeah, he's trying to get really good on it, which he does, and that took some balls there too. We're seeing some ballsy shots in this match. I mean, most guys probably would just rolled that, and he went for it to get really good. That was impressive. So both these guys are kind of bearing down now. And Spectredawn needs to take advantage when he gets lucky. I mean, he needs things to go his way. He needs to play good.
Well, I think a good goal to set Spectredawn at the moment is to get to 10 before Albinario gets to 15. It's still the odds aren't good for it, but it all depends on this break coming up from Albi. But if he can get to double figures, the scoreboard just looks that wee bit more interesting for him.
Well, if he can get to like 16-12, 16-13, something like that, he's got a chance. He's got to narrow the gap. He needs to get like 4 or 5 with Albie getting 2.
Well, Albie's got
a
got
ball.
balls flying in, two of it in.
And I think he's got a shot too. Nope, he does not. Well, maybe he does in the corner.
It's going
I think
up
he
top,
can shoot this in the corner.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure where he's going to shoot the 2 after this. Yeah, that's the tough part. If you can run into the 8 ball and then maybe play safe, or this is tricky here because I don't know how he's going to come up with a shot on the 2. If he can rub off the 8, maybe he could. He didn't shoot it in the way he was. He's just going to play for the safety. So, he's got some pretty good safety options here. I think he'll probably use the 5 ball.
Oh, is that in the gap? That's in the gap. He's left the pot on, has he?
That's good. Yep, he sure did.
Well, there you go, Spectredawn. These are the type of things you want.
So that's a big mistake by Albie. That's a sellout with an easy table.
Oh, welcome to Mooncake.
Going to run this out. Yeah, Mooncake's here.
Albie's not impressed.
Well, and that's the kind of mistake you just don't want to make this point in the match where, you can just bury the guy, and instead, you don't want to let guys back in the match. You don't want to give them confidence. You don't want to let them feel like they got a chance to win. And that's exactly what Alvin just did. All of those things for Spectredawn.
Welcome to Smoking Sid. Well, this is exactly what was required now. He needs to follow that up with a good break, a ball and a shot.
Yeah, well, break and run out, and all of a sudden it's 14-10. He's within 4 without Albin getting the game.
Needs a roll of the ball here.
So I think this is kind of a critical point in this match where, is Albin going to pull away, or is Spectredawn going to catch up?
Well, he's dry.
Well, he's dry.
And this time,
Albin's got a decision here. Is he going to bank this? It's a pretty natural bank to get on the 2.
I don't think he'll refuse the bank. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's going to run this at the 5 ball.
And it goes.
Oh, and he doesn't hit the 5 ball at all.
Through the gap.
He's perfect on it. Yep.
4 ball goes, no problem.
So he'll go forward with this and try to get near the other long rail so he can just shoot some kind of stoppish type of shot on the 3 ball. And that's beautiful. Nice flowing cue ball. I think he'll roll forward a little so he can take the cue ball to the long rail, and when he shoots the 4, because he's going to be close to the rail. He tried to get off of it a little.
Trying to squeeze as much out of that as he could there.
I'm not sure why he did that. He could have just rolled forward and had the same shot. So you're a little more on the rail. If you're going forward with the ball like he is here, it doesn't really matter. I mean, that was really unnecessary. And he's got his choice where he's going to shoot this. I think he'll come back and shoot it in the corner. Nope, he's going forward. And he sort of got there. That was the problem with going forward. You don't want to really leave this.
Hold it on to the 8. No, he's missed the 8, so he's fine.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. Albin is playing well. I mean, the thing is nothing's really rattling him, So he made a mistake, and things were going good for Spectre, and it really did not bother Albin. And that's how you win, is, when the guy starts making a run at you, there's no panic or anything. It's just, okay, I'm going to do my business when I get my chance.
Well, certainly when it's this gap and the fact that Spectredawn, when you're losing racks on your own break and you're trailing, that's when it's really hurting. Again,
Yeah,
it's
so now Albin's got the break, and he's got a chance to go
back to
back up
6.
by 7 again. I mean, he breaks and runs out. It's back to a 7-game spread. The most we've seen, the most it's been was an 8-game. It was 14-6 at one point,
I
and
think
that looks dry.
yeah, dry, but not really a shot.
Well, and this is where the moving game comes, because this is a pretty easy safety to put him
Oh,
on this
yeah.
8-ball. This is just, you just got to get the line. You got to decide whether you're hitting with English or not. You don't really need English on this shot, but you're just going to bring the cue ball down table, and you want to get the cue ball up on 8. You got the 4 and 3 there. You're not going to get an easier safety shot than this. And that's not that well done because he didn't get it up on the 8. And the problem with that is that, this kick is just not that difficult. I mean, he didn't sell out, so you got to give him that. But you really wanted to get that cue ball up on the 8-ball. So Albin needs to decide whether he's going to try to kick safe or what he's going to try to do here. I mean, he's got a reasonable chance to kick safe. If he can run the 1 ball towards the 6, he's got the 10 and 5. I mean, you're going to have to get a little lucky here. It's pretty hard to control this where, you know absolutely where it's going. He's taking his time, which is smart. I would probably call the 6. Where's he calling the 1? Oh, he is going to call the 6. Okay, good. So, I wouldn't hit it with that much speed, but
He
maybe he's
stubbed
going to
it.
get lucky.
He stubbed it.
He didn't get lucky.
Well, again, we know what Spectre has to do here. It's still not a bad table.
I was thinking speed where you could get him on the 10-5 maybe. He was thinking speed where I'm going to separate the balls and try to get lucky if I don't make the 6. Well, I mean, I think Spectredawn's probably going to run this out, but it's certainly not the simplest table in the world. The 3 to the 4 can be tricky depending on how he gets on this. The 5's in a spot that it could get tricky.
Needs to get
And
up a lot higher than that.
Not very good. So he's going to have to go back and forth. He's going to bring the cue ball side rail, and back to the 3rd side rail to shoot the 4.
That's just horrible, this.
It wasn't a very good shot. Well, that's what I was saying is if you get funny on one of these balls and, all of a sudden it gets tough because balls only go in certain pockets. So what is very easy if you keep the cue ball in line becomes very difficult when you don't. Yeah, hair pig. I mean, that's what I would do, but that's not what he's gonna do.
With a billiard doing the 7, is it?
A very easy billiard, yeah. And that's what I've been saying about Spectredawn game. He just doesn't recognize that. I mean, Hairpig says safety behind the 7. He sees the thing. I mean, and Spectredawn doesn't see those shots. He tries to play with the 3 ball going over there when it should have been the cue ball.
This is dead weight for the 3 going that way. That's perfect. And I think he's got a slight angle as well. So, I mean, everything about that's worked out fine.
This is the critical angle.
Slight angle.
You need to have an angle to stun this 4 ball over. He's going to shoot the 4 in the side pocket, and you got to leave angle to stun over for the 5. Either that, or you've got to go forward and play the cue ball. Oh, okay. So he didn't leave the angle that you want. So now he's going forward.
Suddenly, it's a lot more trickier. Got to get
this is still doable. You got to watch out for the scratch on the side pocket here.
Get that line going that way.
He didn't hit it.
Shot.
He just didn't hit it. He was probably scared of the side pocket.
I think he was scared of the side pocket. Yeah. So he's hitting the 10. He's bound to be on the 6 though. I mean, he's going to be holding the 6.
You want to draw this ball. You draw it off the 10 ball. The 10 ball is just like a rail here. The double kiss back with the 10 is the only thing that could be a problem. And he hits it easy enough that that's not going to happen. So I think he'll probably play short of the 9 ball here and out. Yep.
Yeah.
And he plays well short of it. Make sure that he's not bringing a side pocket into play, which is smart.
Well, maybe my target I gave Spectredawn earlier is a target that he might have for the match and get into double figures. I mean, it's too soon to say that, but I mean, Albinario's just walking away here back to what, 7 in front.
Well, Albin's playing solid, you know, and again, you know, here it is. Spectredawn lost this game because of moving. You know, he had he would have been better off shooting that 3 ball than playing the shot he did.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he should have played he should have played the safety with a cue ball behind the 7. If he wasn't going to do that, he was better off just shooting a 3 ball.
Now he's got a ball. Now how about a shot? Not really.
Nope. So does he have an edge here? Not really. So this is like this is a tricky push out.
Well, why not just go across the table and leave an edge?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is touchy to dink that. I mean, you can just dink it.
He's gonna dink it. If you're gonna leave some edge, you should at least put it up on the other side rail, and that's not very well done. Yeah, I mean, it's difficult when you're in the stage of his game where Spectredawn's at, because what he's trying to do is he's trying to learn how to move better.
Well, to me, there was a brave shot on there for him, which he wasn't risking to take, but it was to try and get down there. But the problem is you have to get the cue ball safe, because the 1 ball was going to be on if you were brave enough to play that. But he didn't do it.
He's going to shoot this in the side, I think. He may play safe. Let's see, what's he doing? He's going to shoot it the side. When you're in Spectredawn's situation where you've been working on your moving game and you're trying to get better at it, the problem is that there's a lot of confusion, because you get confused about what shot to play. Whereas once upon a time, he probably would just shot the 3 ball. Now he's looking to play safe, but he's still not comfortable with that game, and he's making mistakes with it. So he's kind of in a funny state of mind right now when it comes to deciding what to do.
That's not got the legs. It ain't getting there.
Nope.
Trying to pot the 1 and be really delicate to hold the 2 for a shot.
This is left English and hit it. You want to hit this with some speed. Oh, he's just going to dink it. Yeah, that's better. I wasn't thinking dink, but that's a better shot because it was available.
That's a good that's a good slogan for a T-shirt, Steve. Think and dink.
Think and dink.
No, it should be drink, think, and dink.
Pool's hard. Whenever you have things in your mind, you know, it's always hard to play. You got to get to the point where you see shots almost instinctively. When you have to start thinking a lot, it's just really difficult.
Well, when you're looking at that scoreboard, your mind's in other things as well. You know, that's playing a big part in it, because you know that you've got to deliver each time you're at the table. You've got a chance. But the match is going away here big time.
Well, I mean, if Spectredawn ends up losing this, you know, I mean, I'm sure he won't be happy, but he's got to feel good about how he's played in this tournament. I mean, he's looking like a guy that's going to win a lot of these things. His moving game gets better, and he's going to be a force.
Well, you know, the way the bracket was going, and with Cobra and no disrespect to the other guys that were left in the tournament at that time, but with Cobra and Albinario on that 1 loss side, the odds were very likely that one of them was going to be meeting Spectredawn again. So it's always a big ask to beat either of these 2 guys twice in a row over a distance. You know, and Spectredawn's finding out how difficult it is to do that. You know, Albinario's not made a lot of mistakes. He hasn't made an awful lot of blunders. Okay, he's left a ball hanging over a pocket and this and that, but you know, you're not going to we're not going to tear Albinario to shreds because he didn't play well. I mean, his brakes worked a lot better tonight. And when the brake works and balls go in, Albinario is going to do the rest given the chance. And that's really what's happening. And Spectredawn's, you know, getting caught out with the little choice of safety shots, but, you know, brakes not going well for him. And then result's going to be the way it is.
Yeah, well, I mean, Albin's played well, and we discussed this at the beginning. If Albin plays well and he breaks well, it's going to be difficult for Spectredawn to win because he's not going to outmove Albin at this point.
Well, Albie's break, believe it or not, was dry. And then once again, Spectre's got no shot. And he's going to be in dire straits here in a second.
Well,
I mean,
yeah, I mean, and this is just
Oh,
more of the
dear.
moving game, you know. I mean, that's just a terrible shot.
I mean, Albinario is going to stop him getting the kick off the short rail into the back of this one. That's the objective here. He has to take that out of the game.
Watch out.
He has to
Oh,
not
that was
scratch
close.
as well. Well, that's certainly solved that issue now. Good luck hitting this one.
This is doable. I mean, it's tricky, but it's doable. He may try to push balls up here, which, you know, that's not a horrible move.
Well, it's
just-
again, Albinario spinning off that and ducking up table again for 3 fouls.
You're hoping that Albin makes a bad play here, and I don't think it's happening. But if you're doing that, you're hoping you just get a better kick at it than you had last time. And I would say he's got, you know, I mean, you can kick two, 3 rails at this. It's tricky. But now, if you shove it up again, he's going to have to do something a lot trickier with the one ball.
Here's a quick question before he hits the ball. What if he rolls the 2 in the top of the 1 and Albie can't get to the 1? What about that?
Well, then Albie just fouls and leaves him the same thing, because then he's going to 3 foul him.
Yeah.
All you got to do is foul on purpose in that situation.
Well, at least
I've been in that situation before. Trust me, I've been on both sides of it. And if you're the guy with on 2 fouls, it's no good.
Well, Albie's going for the 3rd one.
Yeah, he didn't get up on the 8. So that was a mistake not getting on the 8, but he still did not leave a very easy kick.
Well, it's a tight line to catch any of that 1 ball if you're just banking this 1 rail. It's a tight line.
It's tricky, but if it was on the 8 ball, it'd be a lot tighter line.
Yeah, he wouldn't have that rail. He would have to go short rail, long rail, and whatever other rail.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Now,
we'll see.
hang on a minute, though.
Here.
Is he trying to... What's he trying to do? I thought...
I don't know what he's trying here. Whatever he's trying, it's not going to work.
No. There you go. Well, we haven't seen many of them in the tournament. 3 fouls winning the rack. But that's what you've just seen there. And it's now 18-9. And Spectredawn's got a ball, and this time he's got a shot, and he's got a very inviting rack to be running out. I mean, this is on the board. He's going to get to double figures, not going to jinx him.
Is it, I think we're getting to the last chance saloon.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think we've been there for a little while. Well,
yes, Slim, you're right. This is great experience for Spectredawn. I'm telling you, this guy's going to be a force to be reckoned with, because I know his safety and kicking game is going to get better, and he's going to be very difficult in the future.
Now, I don't usually talk politics doing this, but
don't you dare!
This is for the benefit of the Americans, right? You'll be glad to hear, Steve, that George Galloway has now been elected to Parliament again. He's independent. What is he? Workers' Party. He represents, and he's in the House of Commons again. So the Americans will remember George Galloway.
Good shot there.
don't ever try and bring him over to the States and make him look a fool. He'll rip you to shreds like he did when he turned up over there. So I'm glad to see George Galloway's back, and whether you like him or you don't like him, I like the way, you know, you've got to be clever to try and catch him out. The Americans got roasted from him with the Saddam Hussein thing and all of that stuff. Let's bring this guy over here and let's try and rip him to shreds, they thought. And he came over, he was well prepared. That's a great video to watch on YouTube. He puts that guy in his place. Well, this is all that Spectredawn can do. Just keep potting balls. You've got to live in hope, but I'll tell you, it'll be an absolute miracle if he gets out of this.
With this kind of lead and alternate break, it's, you know, if you were playing winner break, maybe, but with alternate break, I don't see that happening. Yeah. I mean, it would have to be a collapse.
I think Albi needs a...
Albi's not doing that.
You know, the only way Spectredawn's going to get out of this is Albinario having a major electrical breakdown in the whole of Sweden. A major power outage for about a week. That way we get past the deadline and Spectredawn wins by 4.
So Albi's break and Spectre needs a dry one.
Oh, what's that 2-ball going? It's going in the hole. Andy's got a... Whoa, has he? He might play the billiard here. Or can he?
No, he can cut this in. Yep, it goes.
Oh, I'll tell you. I don't think
it goes. I'm telling you, it goes.
Oh,
it goes.
Albi's trying to convince himself. This might have taken... Sending the 8-ball, he ain't going.
There's no billiard there. He's got to shoot it.
He's looking at how tight it is to that 8-ball.
You could even play it off the 8 probably, but you don't need to. It's not necessary.
There you go. Commentator's eye. Trust me.
Yeah, he didn't... I mean, he hit that straight into the rail. He had more room than that.
I love when I get one over in Steve. I didn't think it went comfortably.
It did. There was nothing comfortable about it, but it went. I didn't think he'd do that.
Right. Well, here we go. Now, combo in the 9. Nothing's easy. And it's a blind combo.
So let me go look at Honolulu here and see how many of you guys have signed up.
Oh dear. Here we go. It's gone pear-shaped straight off the bat. He's hooked.
We need guys for Honolulu. You guys that are in Honolulu, you better recruit some other people.
Oh, and the 5 and 7's in the line for the up and down. That's no good.
We're an hour and a half away from Honolulu going bye-bye.
And I'm surprised that there wasn't more players, you know, interested in that game as far as, you know, expanding their mind. Because I think that's what you need to do, especially early on in the rack in that game. It's a chance for you to be creative.
Yeah, it's a fun game because you're going to play a lot of shots you don't play that much. It's a fun game. I guess we're just going to be playing 9-ball and 10-ball. I guess that's, you know, that's all everybody wants to play.
4-ball right down the rail past 8.
Yeah.
Now, this is where he could get caught out by sending it to the rail too soon.
Yeah, he's got enough room, but this is a little touchy.
Yeah, because if he sends it to the rail too soon, it will catch that 8-ball.
I think he's better off hitting us with some speed and drawing this ball a little to get good on the 5.
Now,
I'm all for that. To roll this myself.
I am all for that, Larry. I swear to God, I'm telling you, if we had a 3-ball tournament, I think we'd get stacks of people in it. Yeah, that's perfect.
Oh, you hit it good.
Absolutely perfect.
That was harder than it looked. It was real easy.
It was, because the tendency there is to send it to the rail too soon, maybe even catch the jaw, or then, you know, too soon and you bump the 8.
So,
I'm a B player. How do I become an A player? Well, I think one good way is watching these guys playing.
Yeah, I mean, practice obviously helps. You know, watching a stream and watching these guys play, that helps.
Not watching Stub, that helps.
But you know, if you've got offline's a great way to practice because you can use tracking lines, you can do undo and shoot shots over and over and over again, which is really beneficial.
Or you can just be a tactical genius.
Oh,
like me.
that's no good.
Oh
That's no
dear.
good. So
Well,
he's playing safe here. He's going to thin the right side of it and try to put him on the 10 ball.
Well,
No, he's gonna try to kick this in.
Overall, you're a B player. That's your overall
really
rating.
This. He'll probably make this, but I don't like shooting this shot. I'd rather play safe myself. But
well, if he goes too soon to the rail,
he's been kicking these in pretty
no,
reliably.
I think it's got to go. I think it's got to go. Even if he goes too soon to the rail, you'll still cut it in. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been pretty good at that shot. I mean, if you can if you can make that reliably, then why not shoot it? He's perfect, and it's 1910. So Spectredawn needs 11, and Albinario needs 2. That's not a good ratio for Spectredawn.
2 hours and 7 minutes. And I heard the ball drop.
Should we tell Craig the way to get better is to get in a Honolulu tournament?
Oh, that would put him off for life, that.
We need guys in it.
Yeah, I think you don't want to blood yourself in a Honolulu tournament if you're a B player. I think you give yourself a lot of heartbreak and pain.
Well, Hairpig, yeah. It's not exactly like that, but that's the idea. Oh, and that's not good.
No.
Oh, that was not good at all. So Alvin's going to shoot this and come down and then probably play safe. So this is a real easy safety on the two.
Why is he not trying to
on it?
Why is he not trying to come down and get a nick and open things up like that?
He is trying to open it up.
There you go. Commentator's eye again, although he might have overhit it slightly.
Well, I mean,
well, the bank's on every day of the week.
When you try to open it up, you're just never sure what you're going to get off that. You can't control that good enough unless you're Efren Reyes.
Banking the 2 and the 3's down table, waiting on the cue ball. So
yeah, this is a pretty straightforward shot here.
I'm looking at the 4-10 combo.
Whether he's going to come up short on it or go to the end rail. I like going to the end rail. He's going to come up short on it.
Oh, it needs to go, and it has done. Now what does he do? Does he take his medicine and or does he try to come up short side?
Well,
no, he's coming up short side maybe.
He could try to come up short side. He's in a spot where he could do it if he wants.
Needs a bit of right English on it if he's doing that, which he is doing. Here we go.
Me personally, I'd always come up on the short side because
the pace looks good. That looks very good. That is perfect. And he's got the angle back up the table.
Yeah, that's about as good as you can do there.
I mean, that's ball in hand and sit it there to get back up for the 5. That's how good that was. Oh, hang on.
Yeah, see, that's a case of trying to get too good. He's okay, but that was trying to get too good. And that's very well done because he's got the angle back to the 9. That that just shows, that kind of shot just shows what a good player Albin is. He makes sure he gets the angle back on that 9 ball, doesn't come up on the wrong side of it.
Albinario breaking for the match.
Little things like that make a huge difference because it just makes it easy.
Well, Stubbs an FPS player in real life. Well, here we go. Albinario for the match. And he's dry, I think. And a chance for one more rack for Spectredawn. He's got a good table.
Yeah, this table's really good.
I mean, this is an invite to the party. At least finish off with a flourish again. At least one rack ran out. I couldn't say what I think of George Calloway.
Well, Hairpig, you're just you're a more cerebral guy than most.
No. You know what you are, Hairpig? You're what's called deluded.
Well.
Oh, look who's arrived in the room. Look who's arrived in the room. Because he's been bashing buttons all night trying to get into the stream, still working out how he can't get in. Oh. And he's gone.
I think he probably just got off work.
Oh. Well, obviously,
not a whole lot of trouble from here. He's just going to come up and run the cue ball towards the 8.
He wants to be inside the 7.
Obviously.
He wants to be inside the 7 if he can to the long rail here, so that he's running away from the 9. He doesn't want to be entertaining any of that.
This is just a lot of right English and spin it.
Got to stay away from the 9 ball. It's the only way he's going to be good to get down for the 8.
Oh no, he won't be anywhere close to it. This is just a spinner. When you spin the ball like this, you can hit the 6 ball a little thicker. It gets plenty of speed. He's not spinning it that much. See, I would be really spinning this up.
Watch the 10.
See, I would never shoot that shot like that. It'd always be the little spinner.
Now he's got a cut angle to pot the 7, and he's interfering with the 9 here slightly, maybe.
Yeah, he's going to probably have to draw off of it.
He's come out good, but look at the 9. Look at the 9.
Yeah.
He's got trouble.
I would play to the bottom side of this rather than the short side. And the reason I play to the bottom side is because
you can duck
if you don't get the good angle, you can stick them on the 10. If you get the good angle, you can shoot it.
And
that's what he's trying to do.
He's going for a bump here.
He didn't get to the bottom side. I think he was trying to get to the bottom. He's okay, though. He can cut this in or bank it. His choice.
Yeah, he's thinking in the back of the cut, but I think the bank's the more likely thing here. This is just a nice pace.
Hog is here.
Yeah, he's finally woke up, /. That'll do it. Right, well, he's got to 11. He's got past the target. Because that was the worry that he wasn't going to get past the 10. So he's got past the 10. And now he's breaking to get another one. Never give up. Just hang in there. It's a long shot. You're dead and buried, but just hang in there.
You never want to give up. You're never going to be any good if you're
the kind of player. Again, you don't need this. You don't need this though. You try again, and the 8 ball and the 10 ball. I think the 8 ball and 10 ball are dead set. They're absolutely stone dead combo once the 4's out of the way, but he could bump something before that.
If he gets on his 3 ball, I think he'll be out because you're going to want to try to shoot the 3 in the side, and he got kind of straight. He got a terrible angle. He may try to come back and shoot it in the corner. He's got a crappy angle there.
That's stub into my channel under a different profile. Now, of course,
this is not a good angle because you could go forward past the 5 and shoot it in the side, but this angle is ucky.
We've got moderators.
he's going to come back, and this is a bad angle because
Well, now he is going to play the 8-10 here. He's going to bump something. He's stuck to the rail. He can't do anything but go forward.
This is bad because you're going to hit the 8 and then hit the 10. You're going to have to hit this with some speed and hope.
Yeah, he could stick the 10 on the 4 if he plays this sort of gentle, and they'll have no shot at the 4. You've got to hit it.
You got to hit this with some speed, and the problem is when you hit it with speed, it's going to get up on top of the 8. This is just ugly. See, I wouldn't have left myself this. I would have figured out something else. I would have taken a chance with a scratch.
He's trying to get onto the long rail. No, is he trying to get out?
Oh. I see he's got there, I think. That was a heck of a shot. Yeah. Yeah, he's figuring out a way to do it. I mean, that was really nice.
Well, this is where I'd be using the W key.
He's jacked up with English, it looks like. It looks like he's going to try to hit this with English, which is... this is tricky. I don't think... Does he need to hit this with English? Maybe he does.
Well, he's sticking right on it.
And he's just taking a bank shot. He could cut this, but I think he'll bank it. And so...
I think if he cuts it, he's on the 6 into the side. He'll come round behind the 9, will he not? I think the cut's far better.
You're going to have to really open it up. If he...
Yeah, he's cutting it.
He's going to cut it, but he's holding it. He's holding the cue ball.
Oh, no, he's holding it below.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect.
And, you know, when you move the cue ball really well, like Alvin does, you have a lot of options like that. You know, he has those options because he's just got good control of the speed in the line.
Well, Stubb, here's Albinario winning another one of your world championships you haven't won. Got to still be the 8-10 combo. It's still stone dead. Yeah.
No, he's going to shoot the combo. There's no doubt about it.
Albinario is just so tough to beat. That's what it is. He's just too damn good. I think a ban or something like that is due for Albinario for these tournaments. What do you reckon, guys?
Well, this is all you guys' opportunity because he's not in the Honolulu. All you guys poo-pooing Honolulu. Oh, look at this. Look at this. That was Albin feeling sorry for Spectredawn there.
What the hell did he do there? I was too busy looking at the chat.
He dogged it. He just dogged it.
Wow. I never even noticed this. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on a second. Yep, hang on a second. Oh, he's okay. Albinario is falling apart here.
What is Honolulu? Well, it's a game where you have to you can't shoot balls straight in. You can shoot banks, you can shoot combos, you can shoot caroms, you can shoot billiards, and you can shoot kick shots. You cannot shoot straight in shots. So every ball you make is a point. First that gets 8 points wins the game. Basically 8 balls. Watch out.
Well, all that Albinario needs to do is do a shot like that every rack from here on in, and Spectredawn's won it. Dead easy. Not a problem.
Okay, so...
Well, who was it that predicted 21-13? Who was that earlier on that typed
that was Has.
It was Has, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He might not be far wrong if he's still awake.
Well, you know what may be happening here is Has may lay a bet down, and Alvin's making sure he wins it.
That's a little clever play in words there, Blind Hog. I'll give you that one. You get laid if you win Honolulu. Am I right in saying that that's what they call the things that they put over your head? Am I correct in saying that when you go to Hawaii?
Yeah, but it's L-E-Y.
Yeah, but you get laid. I'll give Hog the first prize for the joke of the night.
Hog is spelling and stubbish. That's a stubbish spelling of laid.
That just shows you what education does for you, because even I knew what a lay was in Honolulu, in Hawaii. There you go. Now, I'm not just a dumb Scot, you know.
Well, that was a terrible save by Albin there. So let's see what Spectredawn decides to do here.
I think Blind Hog thought, I'll make a fool of this Scotsman here. He won't know what I'm talking about. Some of these other guys will have a good
And
laugh at it. And that mug
that's a good
Scotsman won't
example.
know.
That's a good example of what you don't want to do. I don't like that shot at all.
Well, what's Albie playing here, though? Is he going to nick this and try and...
I would thin the right side and go long rail, and put it back there, you know, by the 7, or try to use a 2-4.
See, the thing is, if he comes this end of the table, you know, the cue ball's wide open, and it gives Spectredawn a couple of options. I think he can soft cut the 1 and use the 4 and 2, can't he? But that's risky. Or he can juice it up and try and spin across to the 8 ball. Can you not get a bit of right on this? Better the 1.
I would just hit straight into it, hit the 1, 2 rails, use the 2 and the 4. It's a simple shot. He may decide to cut this. Yeah, that's what he's doing. But he's got a pretty easy safety, just hitting a stop shot.
Well,
I mean, obviously he's got to get the speed right, but the line's automatic.
Oh, he's going all out for it. Where's the cue ball? Cue ball still on the table.
Well, he took advantage of a big pocket, so... I think he's delaying an inevitable if he was closer.
Albie says, I hope we don't have a repeat of our last match where you bottle it on the winning ball and you don't play the right shot, Albie. I don't think so. I don't think you could stand another one of them, Albie.
No, that would be like suicidal after
that. Well, now that he's committed, he's got to go all the way. It's going to have to be another combo, though. It's going to have to be a 6-10, which I think is stone dead as well. You know, well, not quite, but as long as you're down on it, you ain't missing it.
He's out this wreck. Yeah, the thing is any kind of mistakes at this point are going to be fatal. So
he
needs to run out.
Are you two guys in each other's pockets here? JP and Hairpig.
I think they're besties now.
Yeah, I think they are. Yeah, I think it's a bromance. Is that not what Biden and Obama had, a bromance? I think that's what we've got brewing here in VP4. I think we need to you need to make a private room for the two of them, Steve. Nobody else can get in it.
You know what, Hugh? In this country, if you say bro and you're not black, you're a racist. So you better not say that.
A bromance. Right, so 10 ball wee spots. Nice angle in the 6, I think, just to dink down for the 7 in the side.
Well, take a guess, Hairpig. Who likes to jerk chains? I mean, this should be obvious who he is.
Who are you? Who are you in VP4? You don't know who JP is in VP4?
This should be obvious. Come on, Hairpig. Too many options. Not that many options. Who's got a sick, witty sense of humor?
And keeps beating you on a regular basis.
Well, now you're getting closer.
You're pretty warm with that one, Hairpig. I think we could say you're pretty warm.
Pro. Now that's funny.
Now you're getting cold. Well, here we are. Only 8 racks to go.
And he's got a ball down and not much
on
of a shot. So let's see what kind of safety he comes up with here. He's got a reasonable chance to get safe here.
Well, this is cigarette paper thin like that for a start. That's good. I mean, he's got to keep rolling. He's got to keep rolling.
That's not good enough.
Well,
If this is me if this is me, I'm taking the 1 ball over to the 7 and trying to play behind the 4-10 because you got a lot more going on there. I would not be thinning this. Of course, it's not me, so we're going to thin it.
Well,
That's why I don't like this. It's too easy to sell out.
he's left it. In fact, Spectredawn's
yeah.
cutting this. I'm telling you this every day of the week. He's cutting
You
this
take
in.
that 1 ball to the 7 and bring the cue ball 2 rails on 410. You got so many balls to get them with.
I'm pretty certain he's cutting this in. He's got. I mean, he can get the edge of that. He's got to go for the cut. I don't think he sees another option. He's looking around and looking around, but I know what he's going to play. I'll be very surprised if he doesn't go for it. Yeah. And then it goes.
I mean,
it needs to come past the 9, which it has done. Now he's going to have to take. Oh, he's got the wrong angle. Can he? Can he still hold this cue ball and play a cut back bank?
I think he can draw this over and run it into the 8 ball and just shoot the 3 down in the corner. I think that's what he's gonna do.
Oh, he's had a bump. Oh, now he needs a roll. He's got a roll.
That was lucky. I'm kind of surprised he shot it that way because he shoots the same shot and hits it easier. The cue ball draws right into the 8. That took a huge chance trying to run into the 3 with that kind of speed. Maybe he thinks he's deserving of some rolls at this point in the match.
Wait a minute. Larry's doing bird impressions now. What's up with Larry?
He's doing what?
He's doing bird impressions. He just let out a quack. Or a quack doctor. Maybe that's what he's talking about. Ah, right. Maybe that's what Larry's hinting at.
Or maybe he's imitating a duck. You never know with Larry.
Yeah. I mean, there's cryptic clues Larry gives you. Well, here's another one on the board.
Yeah, and you know, Albin's doing what you don't want to do, which is you know, screwing up, and semi-pros are not semi-pros. Spectredawn's doing what you do want to do, which is not give up and play your heart out and try to get back in this.
That's all he can do. He just got 11 hope. I
mean, that 7 ball Albin missed was just, you know, and then this game he plays that thin cut safety on the 1, which really wasn't advisable.
Now, how many breaks for the match is Albi going to need to actually win this thing? How many do we think? Because
I think more. The real question is how many times is he going to dog it?
He's dry again.
And that's dry.
And that 4 ball's out the way. The side pocket's a big pocket.
Well, the 3's a big problem here, so let's see what he can do. And it's going to be tricky to get to. So now, this is where you want to play safe.
The thing is, do you play this one off the 2? No, he's not doing it. He's making the 2 does go, so he's fine.
You want to get this down by the 7 ball so you can play some kind of safety.
Boy.
So you want to spin this up. He didn't really spin it up. Yeah, see, I don't like this. I would have rather much be down by the 7 ball where you could play some kind of dink safe. I mean, he's got the 9 ball, so this isn't too bad. He's just going to probably dink this and use the 9.
That's not good.
And he sells out. Good. So, you know, that was just, he was in a position with the 2 where he could have spun that thing up with English and come down the table.
At least they had to get 7 or 8 feet between that cue ball and the 3.
I think Albin's going to shoot this. Nope.
Oh, and now this is nipping behind the 10.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised he didn't shoot it. It wasn't an easy shot, but
he's just got to hope this doesn't go in a hole. And the 3 ball's going to get there rather than the cue ball. It's not really tight in behind the 10, but that's good enough.
No, that's pretty good. I mean, this is not an easy kick the way
because he hasn't got the kick, you know, up and down. So he's got to go.
Yeah, he's going to kick behind it. He's going. Well, the best kick is actually going 3 rails. I would have called it the other corner, but he may be trying to go 2.
It looks a reasonable line there.
Yeah, I think he's trying to go 2. I like 3. Going 2 is how you go behind the 3, just like
Like
that.
that.
See
Yeah.
that? That's why you go 3 there, because the 3 is just a lot more. It's a lot more reliable, to be honest. I mean, it's that 2 rail kick really with the Q, especially with it that far off the rail, is not the smart play.
Well, he's won the safety battle there. And he's got, again, a table that, well, the 5 ball goes past the 6, so there's no worries at this end of the table.
Oh, you haven't been around, Hog. I've given him credit before. That's not the first safety battles he's won. He's actually won a couple more before that.
Right. So this is just nip back into the table, and again, get high enough in this 8 ball, overhit it if anything.
Well, let's face it here, Pig. I mean, a 10-year-old would have made that safety.
He's talking about Stubb there.
Yeah, exactly.
Even Stubb would have got that. Well, at least it's getting more like respectability in the scoreline. That's one thing he's got. And
Well,
of course, he's going to be breaking. He's going to be breaking.
And you gotta ask the question: what the heck is Albinario doing? Put him away. Stop doing what you're doing and put him away.
Yeah, because the more this keeps up, the more funny things start happening to Albie's head.
You start feeling pressure when this is going on. I mean, he's had several chances to win, and
something went in. He's not going to have he's going to have a thin cut in the one, and he's going to have a shot. Oh no, he's fine. I thought that was a cue ball. There's a bloody 9 ball again. No, he's good here.
He's okay. I mean,
3 balls a wee bit dodgy.
He's going to go forward and around, I think. Nope, he's going to slide straight over.
Right, now that's no good.
Well, it's okay. You can run into the 10 there, but you got to put a ton of English on it.
Why not just take your medicine and nail him to the 10? He's trying for the bump, and he's got it.
Yeah, I mean, that was
and he's got the shot.
I would have tried to run into the 10 there, too. I mean, if you didn't get it, you're probably going to get on the other side of it and at least not be hooked.
Well, the only big scare there was just missing the 10 and leaving yourself stuck and hooked. But he's came out good. What's the angle? I think he's got the angle too. No, he hasn't. He's just slightly the wrong side. So now
Spectredawn is.
You just use the 8 ball here and leave the long 6 rather than trying to do anything heroic. Just cut the 5 and run into the 8 and leave the longer 6 ball.
He's probably the smart play at this point.
Yeah, I mean that's simple because you've stuck the 8 over the hole anyway. So yeah, it calls for simplicity.
Now it's going to be 20-15, and Albin's starting to feel some moisture under his arms, maybe on his palms.
I think Albie's still. I think he's also thinking, well, I'm 4 in front. I've got to get a break that's going to work for me sooner or later. I'm going to have a ball and a shot, and then the rest is up to him.
He's just got to stop stirring up because what's happening is Spectredawn is playing well and Albin is screwing up like crazy. He's had at least 3 chances to win.
Oh yes, it definitely would be CP. Yeah, it definitely.
Well, I wasn't going to say that, Paul. Although I might have implied that.
No, squeaky bum time. It's not that yet.
So
Albinario's
I'm doomed.
Albinario's now doing the work game.
I don't think that's
not interested.
Now don't lose the cue ball low here. because that's the break that he doesn't make a good percentage.
Well, he's went to this side break now rather than his up
Well,
and down break.
it's okay as long as he doesn't lose the cue ball low. I think
Mhm.
he's got a reasonable chance of making a ball.
Well, he persisted with the up and down, you know, there's pretty much off-centre break. Now he's changed it up. He's now having doubts. You can tell that. That's why he's changed his break. Why didn't he do that? And now,
Okay,
now he's got a ball.
But he
Look
got
at
the cue ball.
Yeah.
He didn't lose the cue ball low. That's the important thing there.
And he's got the match at his hand now. You know, this is out.
Well, if he
it's
gets
about
on the
getting
two,
the two.
if he gets on the 2, which you know he's going to spin this between the 4 and 6. Oh, he's hitting us with inside. He's not coming down table. You just got to make sure you don't leave yourself screwed. Needs a bounce out, and he's hit that well. That's a nice shot. So
Yeah.
he will go up and down straight. He's not going to spin out because it's not good for the 4 spinning out. I think it's smarter going up and down. Shoot the 4 in the side. You can't overhit this and get into trouble with a 6 ball. And he was afraid of that. Now he's in trouble because it does. Well, I guess it does go in the corner. It's just very tight. That's not a shot you want to have to shoot at this point in the match.
I think he's good though. I mean, that jaw is a big jaw. And very comfortable. How is he though? He's in top of the 5.
Think he's good? I think he's playing safe now.
Oh yeah, he's trying to. You know where he's ducking here. This is just a little cowboy spin in behind that 10 ball. You've stunned it.
You either got to spin this up with a lot of right English,
you're not risking it.
He's not. You could hit that with draw and a little bit of left English. He's going to play the.
Well, that works.
Well, you know, that was a touchy shot, but he hit it really well.
Well, this is get your fingers crossed. Hope you hit it. Call it into the corner, and good luck.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you hit this, you got a good chance of being safe as long as you go 2 rails into it. If you go 2 rails into it, it'll come back out.
He's missed it. Oh, the cue ball's gone as well.
He did hit the 5, but it was very thin.
Well, it's ball in hand for the match now. It's all over.
Well, I don't know. After the 70 dogged, I'm not saying it's over yet because you know he's dogged a pretty easy table already.
Do you think I'm trying to jinx Albinario?
Well, you know he wants to get on the 6 ball good because the 7 he doesn't want to have to shoot the 7-10. So you know this is key that he gets nice on the 6, and this is a little tricky. It's a little tricky. And that's not any good.
Well, he's going to have to.
That's terrible, as a matter of fact.
He's going to have to head up country.
Well, he couldn't have put it in the worst place.
And he's stuck to the rail, which you don't want to do.
I think he's going to jack up. He's going to jack up and go, you know, 2 rails so he can shoot. Doesn't have to shoot the combo. He's going to jack up on this. Yep, there he goes. And this is the right play because he's got a lot of space there. It's not that speed sensitive.
That's perfect. Or is it?
Yeah, that's fine.
Well,
he's gonna have to put a little English on it, but he's okay. He can take a thinner cut on the 8.
Yeah, I mean he's going to run up table with a cut in the 8, and he'll just drop the 9 in and be behind the 10. So
he's not putting any English on it. He's just making sure he makes the ball. He'll take the cut. Just gonna go up to the other end rail and off.
2 hours and 40 minutes.
He makes this, it's over. He didn't even have to go up table.
So
probably just roll this with right English. Put a little pizzazz on there at the end.
Your 2023/24 10-ball world champion again is Albinario from Sweden. Well done to him. And very unlucky to Spectredawn because if he's going to have his bad match, that was the wrong time to have it. But I don't think it's so much that he had a bad match.
No, he didn't play bad at all. He played pretty good. I think Albin played well.
Albinario was just at that slightly higher level.
Yeah. I mean, he's just for Spectredawn to win against Albin playing a match like that. He's going to have to learn to move better because that's why he lost that match.
And I'll be, but taking him out twice. Champ again. I can't type because I can't see.
Well, let's put it this way. They'll know it's a Scotsman typing.
Right, so let's have a look at the match stats. Where are we? Albinario. Albinario. I think that's it spelt right.
I think Albin broke decently. I'm going to say 60%. That's what I'm going to guess. I don't know what the stats are, but I'm going to guess he was around 60.
Right, so we've got Albinario.
Good enough.
Spectredawn and delete one and go. Break stats. Well, there wasn't much between them, to be honest with you there, but runouts from the break though. Spectredawn at 10.
Let's see.
Albie's at 50.
Well,
and he's
Albie was only at 50, so I was wrong. He wasn't at 60, but
yeah. Spectredawn at 62 almost.
And look at the runouts from break, and a lot of that's just directly related to the fact that he's making more balls. And you know, I mean, Spectredawn probably does run out in rotation games better than Albinario. It's just the moving game that killed him.
RACKS ran, Spectredawn had 12, Albinario had 10. So, I mean, Spectredawn's up in a few of those stats there, but and then you see the gap between the two of them at the end.
Well, but that's because when you outmove somebody, you win a lot of those racks that aren't runouts. You know, when you have problem tables and you start playing safe, I mean that's where Spectredawn lost this match.
Well, Albinario is the champion, and he's also at the top of runouts from the break. He had 22 Spectredawn, even though he got more there tonight. It wasn't enough to topple Albinario there. And you look at the average balls, there's nothing between them. And the average balls made during the tournament. Cobra still at 1.0588, so he was not bad.
Yeah, well, Cobra had a huge advantage breaking. I mean, Cobra could have easily won this tournament.
And break fouls, who had the most break fouls? Obviously, Vinces had 8. That's what lost him. He had 8. Spectredawn had 6. Cobra had 6 or 5. Stubb was there with 5. Look at the amount of matches he didn't get to play in, so he made up with the scratches. Albinario's down there with just 3. Where's Spectredawn? I think Spectredawn. He had 6. So if we go to champions, there we go. There's Albinario at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You can sort it by player name, or did you already? Click on the player name.
There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Click on the player name, 7, and you can sort it by name.
Wait a minute, I've done it. I've got it. 1, 2.
There you go.
I can't count. Somebody count that, because I can't count 2. That's Allenville.
I believe it's 12.
Yeah. Now, where's Cobra? 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Oh, he's way behind. Keith's there with 4.
Well, if Keith would play in these things, he had a chance to.
Barker's is there with the 2 that he won back to back. Barker's is still the defending champion in the Virtual World Snooker Championship.
Yeah. And look at all the different games Albinario has won in. So how many is that? 9 ball?
9 ball, 1, snooker,
2,
straight pool.
3, 4, 5, 6,
10
7,
ball. And, you know, that's
8.
Twice he's won it in 2 years.
9. He's won in 9 different disciplines.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just showing, you know, a mastery to be able to win.
Won the snooker one in 2019. Bank pool, he won that.
Yeah, I mean he's won in so many different games.
8-ball bar table, black ball, cowboy, snooker again, and VP3 that was.
And you know it's a shame, Albinario, you're not going to get a chance to win in Honolulu because you're not in the tournament. You've won in 9 different disciplines. You got your chance to make it 10, and you're not in the tournament. Come on, Albin, get into Honolulu.
In fact, hang on a minute. That notice is gone, Steve. Is it not gone live? It's in 43 minutes.
Yeah, 43 minutes it goes live, and well, it won't go live if we don't get more players. It's 16 minimum. Right now we've got 14. We need 2 more players.
Yeah, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, who's Jazzman? This is one of these players that signed. He's
a numpty I would kick out of the tournament if
right. So
if we can get 17 players, I'll kick him.
So that's who Jazzman is, right? Well, we've got that one. Marcellus, Matt, Slim, Stub.
Come on, we got Alvin sign up. Where's Larry? Come on, Larry. We need you to sign up.
Well done, Albie.
Larry, you still there? Paul, did you get in Honolulu?
It's Friday Night 9 Ball still on. Let's get in, yeah.
Come on, Paul. Get into Honolulu. You're Filipino. This should be right up your alley.
Well, here we are. Friday Night 9 Ball. We're in the final. Chimpy's on the hill, so this won't be lasting long either. What time's that? That's an early finish for Friday Night 9 Ball. Bear in mind it was like 5 players short.
OSP is in it. Let's see. Who else is in it? Hairpig. You could get into this thing.
Right. Trying to get the bump on this 8 and 4 ball.
Paul and Hairpig. Come on, guys.
Or is he trying to get down on the short side?
Larry's hiding. Come on, Larry. Get in the thing.
That was hard to judge the weight of it.
I'm the worst. Well, I seriously doubt that, okay? Well, you can shoot combos and caroms and billiards and kicks. There's all kinds of ways to score points.
Yeah. The only problem with it is you have to make sure that it goes into the pocket that you determined it was going to go into.
We really could use 3 more people so I can kick this jazz man out because he's got no business being in the tournament. Although he does have a picture of Efren Reyes for his logo. And let's see, what flag is that?
You don't even know what flag he chose. Around the corner and around the other side. Perfect weight, I think. That looks good. So, Chimpy's stolen Spectredawn's thunder while he wasn't in the event. And Albinario signed up.
Albinario signed up. We
get
need
yourself
one more
in, Larry.
player.
Don't be kidding yourself.
Come on, Larry.
Don't be kidding yourself. You're not here, Larry.
Semi-Pro's not in either. Why isn't Semi-Pro in this thing?
We all witnessed the fact that, in fact, Semi-Pro probably doesn't know that the sign-up's finished tonight. And one pocket Slim is in the high rollers.
What is with these guys? Come on, guys. Don't have the tournament cancel.
Well done to Chimpy for winning Friday Night 9 Ball. Spectredawn, no doubt, will be back to retrieve his crown next Friday.
Larry's going to wait. There's 40 minutes left. Larry's going to wait 39 of them before he signs up. Come on, Larry.
He probably will. Right, well, Friday Night 9 Ball is over. Another successful championship for Albinario. And
we would have already played one pocket if I thought we could get 16 for that.
Yeah, I think it would need to be quite a long sign-ups for that. I think it would. It definitely would. So right now that Honolulu's gone down the pan, Steve, we need to get the 9 Ball World Championship copied in the open.
Well, it hasn't gone down yet.
Well, I still say that you should have the 9 Ball one actually up and ready and sign-ups open because.
Well, I can do that, but my mind is on Honolulu right now.
Well, at least it will be for another 40 minutes.
I'm one-dimensional.
Yeah.
We get 16 easy, right?
I still say we should have done a 3-ball tournament. Even I would play in that. I would play in the 3-ball because I'd fancy I'd be able to get 1 or 2 racks in that. Races to, what would you have the winner side? 3-ball.
3-ball's not even a real game. That's like a gambling game. Nobody ever plays 3-ball in real life unless they're gambling. It's a gambling game.
Races to 50. Right, so, well, I ain't going to be here to see whether this Honolulu goes because I'm heading to bed, so I'm going to bid you all good night. Thanks to Steve for his company tonight. Thanks for everybody watching all the matches during the tournament.
Thanks to Hugh for streaming this.
I'll put it onto the playlist, and that will be the playlist complete for this event. Whether we have many in the playlist for Honolulu, well, I'll find that out in the morning when I get up or when I get home from work. So that's it, guys. I will bid you good night, and we will see you again soon, no doubt. Whenever that might be.
Good night.
Right.
Somebody else sign up. I'd like to get 2 more players so I can kick this Jazzman out, who obviously shouldn't be in the tournament and it's just wasting his $3.
Yeah, whoever he might be. Right, so I think it's time for
Hasta la vista, baby.
See you later, guys. Good night, Steve.
What we've got here is failure to communicate. Some men you just can't reach.
Good night, ladies.